and over to be here. If not, you have to leave. Back to you, Freemy. No notification yet.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like still thinking. Setting up your meeting for YouTube Live.
Well, there you go.
Fuck.
Maybe we're ahead. Hello, everybody.
Oh,
There
here
we
we go. There we go. Finally, I think it's actually doing it. This meeting is being live streamed. Is it being streamed? Yep, it's finally on YouTube. Okay, there we go. Cheers, Miss Chronic. I think you are
go.
first in chat. Congratulations. Happy 710 and 420 and all of that stuff. Ladies and gerbils, just like I just did, if you wouldn't mind, please hit the like button. That would be very much appreciated. Does it actually do anything? I don't know, but it feels better when there's more likes, I guess. So please do like the show. If you dislike the show, hit the down vote button twice just to make sure it really counts. Every good sniper knows that you have to double tap. Obviously, in any video game, you can't just pop once and then the soldier's like halfway over. If you play PUBG or something, come on, you got to double tap. Chirpro Grows in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Miss Chronic, of course, says howdy, guys. Good to see you, Miss Chronic. Howdy as well. Cake and the Cups in the house. He says cheers and re-cheers. Cheers and re-cheers. Cheers and re-cheers. Oh, shit, you got to stop somewhere. Green light from Buddy Kilowatt. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, my friend. Let me post the link here in a bit. This is mostly going to be a takeover show because I still haven't grilled dinner and stuff, but we are going to do some giveaways and stuff. Hopefully, this first hour, and then I don't know, maybe later in the show, we'll see. We'll play it by ear, right? So I don't know how long Dee's going to run. I don't know how long other people are going to run. So most importantly, though, folks, hop on the show. If you've never hopped on the show, this is a wonderful opportunity to do so. I don't think anyone else really is showing their show right now. Actually, I haven't checked to be perfectly honest, but I don't think some of the channels that folks in this audience watch are running. So hop on, ladies and gerbils, hop on. If you haven't been on the show before, you're more than welcome to hop on, especially today. Holy cow. It's kind of like
Yeah,
Weed New Year or Weed Christmas New
the
Year's, whatever.
holiday.
Weed Christmas New Year's, Passovers, 4th of July, all rolled into one. I
Easter.
feel like the weed holidays, there's two holidays, I guess. There's 420 and 710, but they're also very close together. So that's kind of annoying, right? It would be nice if they were 6 months apart. What can you do? What can you do, right? The weed gods basically picked it that way. We're not going to argue with them. T. Barrington's in the house. He says, dabs up. Good to see you, T. Or he or she or whoever T. Barrington is. Dabs up. Cheers, cheers, T. I can't even speak. Old fashioned coffee pot is saying, how do you do, fellow kids? Good to see you, coffee pot. As well, we have Robert Bendula in the house. In fact, good timing because boom, boom, boom. Oh, I stole your thunder. Sorry, D. I'll probably go set up my regular microphone and stuff because it's more comfortable to do all those giveaways and stuff. But I wanted to start the show. So, oh yeah, click the linky here so that you guys could actually join us. Good to see you, Mr. Bendula. What's going on, buddy? Oh wait, first we'll talk to D. What's going on, D?
Oh, Captain's here already? Holy shit. What's going on, everybody? Hope everyone's having a great night. Happy 420. National holiday for everybody. Um, yeah, that's about it for me. Sorry about the earlier about the sorry about earlier. I accidentally yet again closed the Zoom chat on my show. So by the time I was getting ready to come back, there was no sense reloading it because we're gonna do this show soon. Cheers, everybody. Hope everyone's having a great night.
Oh,
And by the way, I
cheers,
just got
everyone.
shown. Oh, cheers, Robert. We'll let you talk first. It's rude of me to talk over you. Go for it, buddy.
Just saying cheers, everyone. Hope everybody had a great bicycle day and a happy 420. Of course, yours is still going on, isn't
That's right.
it?
We have
That
only
was a
just
few
begun.
hours here.
Okay, we haven't just begun.
5 minute warning.
5 hours
Probably
later or something, but still, it's not over yet. Not over yet. The fat lady hasn't sung yet.
the
Uh, folks, do hop on. I just posted and pinned the link there, so folks hop on. Cheers, Couch Flower. Good to see you. Or Couch Flower. I don't know why I can't talk tonight. I just got shown a funny tweet from Lex Friedman. We talk about him all the time. He's that predominantly AI interviewer guy. He said 420 2024 is 2024 420 backwards, I think is what it is. It's a palindrome, basically. It's the same forwards and backwards. How funny is that?
Upside down.
What's
Yeah.
that, D?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's like the solar eclipse of
Sorry.
weed calendar days or something. Anyway, cheers, Marshall, Artist 420. Good to see you, buddy. What are we going to do here? So, oh, by the way, we're going to do some giveaways. I'm going to give some seeds away. Nobody else has actually said they want to do anything, so I'm always surprised that
Yeah,
nobody else
there
wants
is.
to jump on those kinds of things. But hey, whatever. That's cool. But some of you folks that hop on the show, shit, this would be a wonderful time for you to give out some stuff if you'd like to get some stuff into people's hands, or just honestly be a weed Santa Claus for a day. I'll give a few packs away through the show. If I can't hang the whole time, I'll tell D or somebody to do or Robert or whoever to do a duck race, and we can definitely give a few packs away. I think Smash is also giving a couple packs away, right, D? Oh, he just took off for a second.
Yeah,
Pretty sure he did say, "Oh,
he
go
is.
for it, D."
Yeah, he is. And
Right
someone else,
on.
a couple other people I heard were going to as well later on in the show.
Oh, sweet. Right on. Awesome. So you're more than welcome to, folks. It doesn't even have to be weed. Honestly, it could be packs of tomatoes or packs of cucumber seeds or whatever, because it's garden planting season just about. Honestly, I have my little tomatoes. I still have them in trays. It's too cold outside. I didn't take them in last night, and they suffered a little bit, and I took them in. I actually took them in through the day. It was so freaking windy today. But goodness gracious, too early for those poor tomatoes. But they want that sun, so I take them out whenever it's warm. I got some peppers that are about to, gosh, always low germination rate with fucking peppers. I can't believe the germ rates with any kind of spicy pepper. I think I literally got 2 out of maybe 40 ghost peppers to plant or to germinate and survive. Jalapenos were better. What else? I planted something else. Scorpion peppers that I got 0 out of. Kind of pissed off, honestly, at the low germ rates. Cheers, by the way, folks in the chat. Cheers, Salt and Sea Seeds in the house. He says he can do some giveaways. That sounds fun indeed, my friend. BX Gunner 81. Happy holidays indeed. Jack Beanstalk's in the house as well. Whoever said, oh, Midwest Groans in the house. Good to see you, Midwest. Welcome to the show. Welcome everybody. If you are hanging, of course, if you're lurking, like Dee always says, lurkers, non-lurkers, you guys are more than welcome to share the holiday with us. Please no public hawking of loogies. Mute yourself if you're going to hawk a loogie. But what was I saying? Yeah, giveaways. That's about it. So anyone who wants to do some giveaways, just let D or me or whoever know. D's basically running the show, so he would be the logical choice. If you're on the panel, tell him in the chat. That would be the most convenient way for him to see. If you'd like to, from the chat, give something away, that's permissible as well. Just let us know, honestly. And of course, though, if you give something away, please remember that you actually do have to give it away. That sounds ridiculous. That sounds ridiculous that I say that, but I've had problems with that in the past. Plenty of other people have had problems with that in the past. It's one thing if you take forever to send something. Fuck knows I've taken forever to send stuff before. My apologies to everyone in the chat that's like, fuck you, Humidor, Jesus H. Christ. But in the meantime, they still come. My point is that sometimes people just don't send something for whatever reason. They change their mind or whatever. Please do not change your mind. I was gonna say, please do something. No, please do not change your mind. Do give away whatever you're gonna give away, especially if you're in the chat, if you're gonna give something away. Please do actually give it away. The most logical or easiest or whatever, even though it's actually a little bit kind of convoluted, would be for you to send something to either me or to D. For example, if you're in Canada, it would be awesome if you sent it to D. We'd skip shipping and customs and all that stuff that way. We're probably not going to do a whole lot of super international stuff. If we have some Aussies and stuff that win, we can still work on that. But if you're in Azerbaijan or something, I have no idea what the shipping is there. So please keep that in mind if you're watching the show. Also, keep your own noses clean. I couldn't possibly know your local rules with regard to seed preservation kits. We're not going to be sending any weed, obviously. Please don't even bother reporting. But seed preservation, not even hemp, nothing like that. I don't sell cartridges, nothing. But genetic preservation kits, aka seeds. Sometimes we can send those depending on the locality. So please keep your own nose clean, though. And if you're going to get beheaded or some shit, if you get seeds, just don't sign up for the giveaways. Participate in the festivities with us and say yay in the chat and whatever. But yeah, don't get beheaded over fucking weed seeds, please. Detroit River Rats in the house. He says, try using a heat mat for pepper germination. Good thought, actually, really good thought. It probably Still a good thought, but I'm trying to think. I actually germed those seeds over, you can't see right now, but in my veg area, I germed them over some lights basically. So I have a little bit of a vertical setup going, and I have some lights, and so I can basically put some stuff not on top of the lights, but basically above them, and there's some warmth from the lights. I actually thought maybe it was too warm for the seeds at the time, and then I think anyway, what I was about to say is not scientific. There were too many variables. Good thought, though. Really good thought. I actually have a heat map, but I think it's in freaking storage. I may know where it is. Excuse me. I'm gonna mute myself while I freaking. Holy cannoli! Cheers, Smash. What's going on, buddy? Happy 420.
What's up? Just got home a little while ago. Had a good day. It was really nice out most of the day. Then it fucking right when the music started, it started to sprinkle. Then like the artists, like the headliners were coming on, and it started to like rain and get real cold quick.
Hmm. That's annoying. We almost got a recursive microphone feedback thing going. Ladies and gerbils, do hop on to the show, especially 420 is a special occasion. So if you've been nervous before something, don't be nervous. It's a big old party, basically. We should be here for a while. You never know, because of course somebody has to run the show. I still have stuff to do. I'm gonna do some gardening to do. We're gonna have dinner. I have to make dinner first, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not going to be here the whole time. D isn't usually here for 5-6 hours. Who the fuck could be? So depending on who's here, if Robert or Bud or somebody can take over the show, we can certainly keep it going for a while. So ladies and gerbils, it depends on you. And of course, the conversation depends on you too. So hop on, join the conversation, join the show. Cheers, Ganja Lion. Good to see you. Ganja Lion saying happy 420, sitting next to a heater, heating up irrigation tube to fit it over valves. Freaking his thumbs are killing him. That's ridiculous. Can you imagine all the different weather around here? I mean, it's funny. You forget that we have a worldwide freaking audience, right? And so we get people from like Australia that's a totally different season, New Zealand, totally different season from us. So as it's getting warm for us, it's getting cold for them. But in the meantime, we have people from freaking northern Canada. I don't know, 420 Ben, he lives like in the, I don't know, frozen polar north. So like, it's just kind of amusing to think of all the different weather. And we've had people like down in, a lot of viewers from Mexico, surprisingly, but Costa Rica certainly, and the Caribbean. Oh, man, I can't imagine how hot it can be down there. I couldn't believe how hot Israel was in late October, even. Like, Jesus H. Christ, Tiberius was like 95 degrees every single day. They're like, oh, wait until winter. And I look at the daily averages, and it does eventually drop a little bit, but oh my God, 95 with high barometric pressure, you sweat like a fucker, because it's like 500-600 feet below sea level. So like there's a lot of air pressure there. The air is like thick. It's really hard to explain it. It's like just dense. It's just dense and heavy. It's really bizarre. Anyway, cheers, folks. Good to see everyone. Have I missed anyone in the chat? I don't think I missed anyone in the chat. So hop onto the show. Like I said, Poor Pizza Dave. I think I might have missed Poor Pizza Dave. Good to see you, buddy. Who else in here I might have missed? Anybody? Usually somebody slips through the cracks. That's what your mama said. All right. Hey, Smash, you were talking about doing a giveaway.
Yeah. Miranda Family Farm said he'll give up a pack of Maureen's mustache for giveaway, US only. That's but mine, I'll do 2 packs of papaya, and I can do international.
Sweet. Right on. Right on. You want to do one now?
Give me like 5 minutes to settle in.
Sure, no worries. What the fuck did I? Oh, I wanted to set up all my shit. All right, talk amongst yourselves because I want to set up all my shit because it's a little more comfortable than this tiny little screen. Yeah, I'll just mute myself. That's fine.
Oh. Took some mushrooms. Shadow Marshall, artist. Got to hang out with Marshall. Got to hang out with Miranda Family Farms.
Oh man. I definitely feel that I'm getting older That's for sure. Especially this 419, 420. It's
Captain,
either
how
that or
old are
I
you?
went a little bit too hard on 419. I'll be
How old are you?
53 and I'll be 53 in August.
Okay, I figured I was close. I said late 40s, early 50s.
Yep.
Ugh. Yeah, I didn't really do anything last night. Today was the big like celebration. Miranda Family Farms picked me up.
Yeah, but see, you only celebrate one day. I celebrate the bicycle ride, and then I celebrate Stoner's New Year, 420. It was the bicycle ride that got me. And there were about 30 of us in Chiang Rai on Friday night having a great time.
Picked up some sour pebbles.
I'm still smoking the same old shit because it's just what I've got laying around.
Picked up a couple of cartridges because I'm always looking for them. I got runts and lemon cherry gelato.
Yeah, see, I for the past, well, for a couple nights now, I've done 3 dabs at the local shop around the corner. And I seem to be like smoking more of the dabs than anybody else. They're afraid of dabs here in Thailand.
Really
Gets them
interesting.
too hot. It gets them too high.
I don't know why. Oh, I guess that's why, because people have a fairly low tolerance. But you can just take a smaller dab. I don't know why people are always saying that. It's dabs are so easy to titrate. You know, it's like weed basically. You just don't dab as much if you get super fucking wicked high. Friend of mine that doesn't dab all, or how do I put it, doesn't have a high weed tolerance can take a totally normal dab. She doesn't get super fucking baked off her freaking skull. Like she just basically takes a small dab. You know, I don't give her a big dab, and she gets reasonably high. It's really amusing to me, honestly, that people have this false assumption. I think it's in their own head. I think it's basically psychosomatic that they're like, "Oh fuck, I'm gonna get high, like heroin high." Not even remotely. I wouldn't say a dab is like that at all. I don't know how many times I've heard people, even supposed weed experts, who are like supposed to know what they're talking about. They grow weed and everything. They're like, "Oh, you could never compare weed to flower, or flower to a dab. No, it's not even close to the same strong." I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like a joint is way more weed, honestly, way more THC than a dab is. You'd have to take basically a half-gram dab to get the same amount of cannabinoids as a whole freaking joint. You know what I mean? Like it's a little bit ridiculous. Okay, maybe not a whole half gram, but still a big old dab, like a quarter gram dab probably to get a whole joint, like
So
a good solid joint. Anyways.
my dabs are big enough to where actually we're broken up, but my ex-girlfriend, I would dab and I'd take my dab and give her the rest pretty much. And that was
Mm.
perfect for her. Because I always put a lot in there. But I mean, I'm also a grower. I smoke 24/7, you know, like
See, even when I put like a regular sized dab, because I do know how much to give people, I do it myself and I know what my lungs can handle. So I give them a little bit more than I do, but usually I get 2 people together and I said, okay, he's going to hit this, he's going to stop, and I want you to hit it. And the person next to him will actually finish it out. And, they normally get a good hit off of it. So, they're taking, I'm taking, and they're taking 2 hits off of everybody else's 1 hit dab. That's for sure. Some of you guys out there put fucking Skittles on the end of that damn thing.
I do.
I mean, well, I dab a lot. Like I dab more than I smoke flower, to be honest.
Okay. See, I smoke tons of flower.
So I got these freeze dried Skittles, 400 milligrams THC. It says, wow, I must have been real fucked up earlier. It says 8 to 10 milligrams per piece. I thought it said 4. um, uh, so it's 8 to 10 milligrams a piece. And they're good, dude. You eat them and you can like actually tell that they're edibles.
Like the brownies I made up yesterday.
I picked up some flour.
That's funny.
I got cookies and cream. And then this is platinum. I forgot. I'll remember. I forgot. This
Shit on
was
my fucking desk.
platinum something.
So how about this? I make these brownies up, and instead of taking like a full brownie, I take a fifth of a brownie. And mind you, I am drinking a little bit of bourbon and smoking pot, but I don't know if it was because of 419 and being kind of tired from that, but I didn't have the same effect as my normal brownies do on me. I actually wanted to go to sleep, which is quite surprising. But like I said, I probably only ate like, and we're talking a 4 by 5 centimeter brownie, and I only ate like a fifth of it. But I can sit here and smoke an ounce of flower a day almost. So that was I was quite happy with that.
Yeah, normally edibles don't really. I have to take a lot to really feel
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
especially with like all the flour and oil consumption. Dude, I feel like I smell ketchup. I had like French fries, and I like right when I got home. Fumi, I don't have access to the chat or anything. I have to go on my computer. Yeah, I'll turn on my computer real quick.
Oh, because you're on your
So
phone?
is there a special word we're gonna have to put down for this giveaway, or
I think we can do just be a participant in chat once I get my shit up and running. I'm not used to leaving my house before like 2 p.m. I was out of the door by like 12 today, 12:45. I usually don't leave my house until the garden lights come on at 4, so I can check the garden. I don't know. I'm paranoid. I kind of want to be there when the lights turn on.
That's good.
I think every gardener is like that until you get to the point where it's like, well, if they come on, they come on. If they don't, well, it's just a full night cycle. We
I'm
wake
trying to
them
make
up
sure.
in our 12 hours.
Just trying to make sure this room I built's working the way I think it is, because I think it's working great. Plants are happy, temperature's good, humidity's good, airflow's good.
If your room wasn't good, your plants would tell you, believe me. They do not mind telling you one bit if they're not happy.
I'm more worried about like I missed a spot and there's really a light leaking in some a little one somewhere.
Okay, let me clarify this for everybody out there. If you have a little bit of ambient light from day one, it will not affect the plants. People say, oh, I had this little light leak and it caused this. Maybe you should look at the rest of the room. If you had a little light leak that was there from the beginning to the end, because the plant, just like the moon, it knows that there's an ambient light there, but it's not strong enough to affect the plant. And that's basically if you have a light from the beginning of flower that's coming through a little crack, and we're not talking, I got 10,000 watts coming through this crack, but you got a little crack and you start to flower and they start to flower, they're used to that light. It doesn't bother them. I've had many rooms with light leaks in them, believe me, and I've had no problems.
I had a light
To
leak
tell you the
my first run in that room with the LEDs. That sucked.
Are you sure it was a light leak and it wasn't a stress related problem?
That
Smash,
was
by the way, I think Smash is trying to talk and we're just getting chipmunks from you.
Is that what that noise is?
Yeah, I think so. It's like
I was tripping out and just thought it was me.
seriously.
I just thought it was me. Like that's in my head. I was going crazy.
Is it where again?
Yeah, now it is. You want to give something out at the 42? That would be
Yeah,
about
yeah.
4 minutes.
I just popped everything up.
Sweet.
I got my computer on. Captain, yeah, I had a herm come out. But it was in the middle of the garden. And I'm really looking. I think it was just shit genetics, to be completely honest.
Yeah, that's a good, all the different data points count for something. If it was literally in the middle of the garden, that's a very unlikely place for a light leak. Like what, the
Yeah.
spectacle of God coming down, like from Indiana Jones or some shit, where that light comes through the Egyptian temple. Like, no, that's not very likely. I mean, it's possible, right? There's always unlikely things that happen in the garden. Once upon a time, I got root aphids, and I could not figure out how I got the goddamn root aphids. And believe it or not, the most likely solution, still to this day, I don't really know because I wasn't actually there when it happened. But most likely, this is farcical almost. Ants farm root aphids, believe it or not, and ants also farm underground root aphids, literally. And there's a very good chance that the root aphids were brought from the dirt, literally right outside the basement wall, because there were ants. I definitely saw ants in the basement many times, and they probably brought the aphids in and deposited them on the plants and started farming them on my own fucking plants. Can you believe that shit? So unlikely, and yet apparently a very common thing to happen. What is that fucking sound? You guys hear that? Like a vacuum cleaner?
No.
I don't. All right, we're having
Yeah.
weird problems with sound today.
I
Anyway, what the fuck was I trying to say? But it's, you work on, in many cases, you have to kind of assume. I wouldn't say that you should kind of work on assumptions because you should still work things out logically, I think, but you have to sometimes assume the beginning of the statement, like you weren't there, for example, when the light leak happened, because if you were, you would have known. If it's a light leak, now you have to look into it like Sherlock Holmes or something, right? You look, okay, is there a window in the room? No, it's a basement. Smash has shown us that. Is it one of the lights in the rest of the place?
There is a window.
That's another thing. Smash is in a basement, so light leaks become a lot less likely than, for example, in a full daylight garage or a full daylight room. A lot of people will grow in their bedroom or something, right? Well, a lot of times they'll have a couple of windows in there. That's a very likely place for a goddamn light leak. But in a dim, dark basement, much less likely that you're going to get a significant light leak. Now, every grower has had an experience where even just the green light on a fucking timer nannered out some plant. That happens. But most of the time, you need a lot more than that, honestly, to nanner something out. It has to be a noticeable light leak. Kind of like Captain 420 said, basically, most of the time, you'll notice the light leak if you really look into it. It's not going to be some pinhole freaking something or other that barely does a goddamn thing. I think that the Captain 420 mentioned the moon. A lot of times people will mention the moon and how the moon doesn't really harm plants out. I think the logic is a little bit wrong though, because that's true, but I think basically you're correlating two things that are not necessarily connected. Because in real life, a lot of times when you're growing weed, in the past, for example, primitive weed before us, it was pollinated basically. Like it was trying to pollinate itself, and it didn't mind if it got pollinated one way or another by the male plants in the field or by the hermaphrodites in the field. We, on the other hand, completely now in the future, we care. We want the weed to be unpollinated and specifically unpollinated. Where am I going to that? I'm sorry, I'm a little bit high, I think. I had some sour morgana a little while ago. I'm still a little bit high. Basically, I think the logic is faulty. I'll just fucking, maybe I'll try to remember it later in the show or something. I think the logic of because cannabis doesn't harm under the moon, therefore a little bit of light won't harm your plants. I think that's faulty logic. I think those things are two unconnected things. However, it is true that the moon is only a few candle power, right? It's really not all that bright. It's bright to your eyes because human eyes are spectacular. We can see really, really well. We can see in the dark, and we can even see some stuff like
It's
we can see under under a table that's dark, but we can see in the daylight at the same time. That's crazy. Cameras can't even do that. But believe it or not, the moon
ambient.
doesn't have all that much light. Pardon?
No, it's just ambient light.
Well, I don't know that that would matter either. Ambient is kind of the surrounding light, basically. Like any light source, I think, could potentially harm something. But anyway, we're in linguistic weeds or whatever. But it's an interesting fucking I don't know, conundrum, right? Smash, like, fuck could it be? You might never know. You might never know what happened exactly, right? It could have
Pretty
been
sure.
shitty genetics. I'm kind of my money's on the shitty genetics, honestly.
Yeah.
But I'm not there, so I can't tell for sure, right? And what was I going to say? Every grower is going to have a different
But
interpretation,
it
right?
always puts that doubt in the back of your head,
Sure.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
So you're always kind of like, I wonder, I wonder.
Mm-hmm.
But I said this before. It was Critical Kush, but it was from when we first legalized. I ordered seeds off Seedsman, and
Mm.
they came with them, and they said Critical Kush. I think they were femmes. They were femmes. They were, I think they were S1s or something. Um, and they were just freebies. So I'm thinking Seedman didn't do a good job looking or
Mm.
anything. Or they could not even be Critical Kush, but it was growing and it stunk really good.
Or your seed just wasn't the strong one.
That could be, yeah, or I had a shit seed.
There's always a shitty seed. That's true.
But,
Even in a great
but
line, you'll find one out of 1,000 or something that's just a donkey. Ironically, donkey's really strong, but you know what I'm trying to say.
I don't
Um,
mind when they, like, if they're trying to do it to survive late. This one was in the middle of my flower run,
hmm.
like middle of it. Like I'm what 4 or 5 weeks into flower.
I mean, I think I've said this before. In my judgment, probably 9 times out of 10, this is my opinion. Cheers, bud. Good to see you. Happy 420. In my opinion, 9 times out of 10, that's a true genetic harm. That's something, or something that has unstable traits, specifically with the sex-related chromosomes. Basically, it's got unstable. It's either essentially kind of, I don't know, an XXY or whatever, right? Like it has some traits that we don't want, long story short. Um, if it were to harm towards the end, I would say that's something that has a stress issue or something, like because the sex characteristics are a secondary, what do they call them? I can't think of the freaking expression right now. Secondary characteristic, secondary something or other characteristic. Anyway, they're not primary for survival, right? Like, so for example, if you can think of your heart and liver and lungs and shit, that's primary. And so the functions of your liver and lungs and all that stuff are, if they don't work, you're dead. You're literally on the ground dead. So the same thing with a plant. They have primary um, I can't think of the word for it again. Anyway, primary processes like fucking photosynthesis and getting the water up and down the stem and shit like that. And that takes priority over everything. When that stuff starts to get stressed, then all kinds of weird stuff starts to kick in, like survival mode and everything else with the plant. Like it would be a pretty adaptable trait if you can, like plants are different than mammals, right? Like a mammal would have to carry, like for example, a human under stress, usually they actually stop getting pregnant because you in evolution you couldn't ever carry a baby to term if you're in a famine and a war and all that kind of stuff, right? It'd be very difficult. But with a plant, it only takes a few weeks to make a seed. So even a stressed out plant could just say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just fucking throw my genetics out and see what happens,
Oh, I got a
and
good
I'll live
question.
forever." What's that?
I got a good question. So that day, I grabbed my mister, I cleaned it out. It was just pure water, pure filtered water in there. And I misted everything down. You think if the pollen already touched the pistil and I wetted it, it would neutralize it?
You will only be able to know by the end of the harvest. There's no way to know.
Yep.
Sometimes you killed the pollen and you're good, and sometimes you are already too late. There's really no way to know. Yeah.
I did the best I could, though. I gave him
Yes, I would agree. Yep. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, you noticed it way before a lot of people would have, right? So I think you did a pretty good job. We missed the 42, by the way. We can do a
Yeah,
irregular
we can do
number.
it.
47.
That's it. We can do whatever number. Do
People are
you
gonna
want to do
have.
the duck race or do you want me to do it? Smash, go for it. Whatever you want to do.
I got my computer up. I can do it.
Right on.
People are gonna have to say what up in chat.
That's the word. So before we say hello to Bud Kilowatt here, we haven't forgotten you, my friend. Ladies and gerbils, become active in the chat if you are not active right now. I don't know how many people are watching. I guess I could check right now how many people are. No, I'm got the wrong page open. I don't have
What
the right
was
page
that?
open.
What's
We've got
up?
some amount of people watching. I don't know how many.
48.
48. Holy cannoli. We got 48 people watching. Folks, I don't know how many people in the chat. Let's check how many.
I'm looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus us.
There. What's up? You got your first one right under salt and
Almost no,
seeds.
almost no participants, ladies and gerbils. Join the chat, say something, say
What up?
hello, say happy 420, whatever. You know, use your best judgment. Do we want to give them a word if they can't think of anything else to say?
Hey,
What do we want
duck.
to say?
Hey,
They can say duck. That's right. There you go.
Roasted
They
duck
can say
emoji.
cheers. What's going on,
Dabs
bud?
up is T. Barrington.
There you go. Go for it, bud. What's going on, my friend?
Yeah, just another nice day here.
Nice. Right
Been
on.
sampling a bunch of new varieties
Sweet. That's the best.
yesterday. I'm rolling I'm going back to the Larry OG for the
Mm.
second time. It's really good. I like it.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
seeing
that
more
was a
people.
fancy wine that I just typed there. How did I do that?
Couple seconds. I'm pulling the list in
No.
10 seconds. So count 10 in your head, and if you're not in there, you're done.
Holy cow.
Man,
Serious.
Thinking about like
Bud's actually going to flower out a flower that I'm really excited about.
Mm.
I've tracked seeds for a long time, and yeah, like in the early 2000s or mid 2000s, even some of the best people, Herms was more prevalent. At
Mm.
least, like, yeah, there was late there was Herms in the genetics that were out there. It was just part of
Yeah.
poaching. Uh, yeah, I haven't had I've in the last few years I must have cracked I don't know how many, but a lot of packs from a lot of different people. Yeah, I didn't have Herms. No, no. I had male plants, female plants. I had some that weren't always genetically uh, as viable as other ones. But I was thinking to myself, yeah, like uh, a lot of the stable it used to be when you ask people about the genetics, one of the main things people would say are they stable? Are they stable? People hardly even talk about that anymore because like pretty much most of the genetics
Have
that
been fucked
people
with.
are using to make all the different processes are pretty stable as far as that goes. And even some of the ones that maybe weren't stable 20 years ago, I know that's like a lot of what James Loud works with and stuff. Like he's always talking about sexual stability and stuff. Yeah, I think it's less of an issue today than it was
So was your mama.
15 years ago or whatever.
Yeah, but then you grab stuff from like Thailand that, came out of the farmer's field, and you're looking anywhere from 20 to 80% intersexual traits on
Well,
plants.
yeah, and
But,
that's like a
that's
known thing.
natural.
Like people know that, and people don't
Yeah.
hype from that. But like when you talk about the modern, I guess we call them hype strains or whatever, the modern strains that are pretty prevalent. Yeah, most of those. Yeah, I don't know. What's a strain that's popular that the word on the street is it's herb grown. Nah, I don't know,
Well,
maybe.
Good luck, by the way,
I tell
everybody.
you what, you
Yeah, I
get
figured
these.
Cherry pie. The
Yeah,
Hermer.
it's-
Cherry pie. Throws
Well,
herms in the
yeah,
bottom.
cherry pie.
Gosh, I didn't have any problems with cherry pie.
Or
None.
bananas, right?
It was
On
a
the banana
solid
on the
plant.
bottom.
Holy shit. I sometimes wonder about people because I wonder if they're growing in a stressful environment or something, because a lot of these plants that people have talked all kinds of shit about, even blueberry, for example, people talked about blueberry herming and doing all kinds of weird stuff. It's a temperamental plant. It really is. But in the end, it yielded okay. Like I thought it was going to be kind of a dog shit plant, but no, it was actually fine. Totally fine. I don't know.
I do a really hard dry back, and
I do a heavy dry back too.
I figured I would get it from the dry back, but I've never had a problem with herms in my garden.
Honestly,
Now the
dude,
weed
because
here,
usually
I grow.
Popular strain so many years ago. I guess it's going on 7 years ago. We had this issue. I had the legit cut of ice cream cake and ran the shit out of it at my place. But over at this
I'm
place,
screwed.
when we ran ice cream cake, it hurt.
no, you're close to the back.
Right? And
Trump just
the
backed out too.
conditions and the methods weren't really
I
that
have
much
that cut
different.
too, and it's great. It doesn't hurt out.
It was like a mystery back then because yeah, it hermed here, which like I say, the conditions were not that different, nothing big and drastic, and methods not that different.
We're
But
doing
yeah,
okay.
Makes me wonder what the difference is.
Here, but didn't herm 15 miles away at a different place. Like never even one sign of anything like that. Where multiple runs here, that same cut. Like never did really figure out what we just didn't run it here anymore.
Yeah, it was the room.
11 seconds. Let's see who comes out from the back. Someone asked
Man.
what is this?
That's what she said.
Marshall.
Me and Dee were in the front with like
Yeah,
a
but-
minute and 30 seconds to go.
The only data factor
Congrats,
that
Kinsey.
was like drastically different at the two places was no herm, like 700, 800 ppm of CO2, where it hermed like 12, 1400, pushed to, like the CO2 limit level was considerably higher. And then, yeah, I think that might have contributed to it. But like, who knows? Matter of fact, we backed the CO2 off and it still did it. So yeah, that was so many years ago. Sometimes there's just mysteries and you're never going to get all the answers.
By the way, I just realized I've got to go season the meat before I cook the meat, so I'm gonna do that here in a little bit. Of course, your mom likes when the meat is seasoned. But I'm going to do a giveaway as well. Actually, in a couple minutes here, we're going to give folks a couple minutes to say
Yes.
some fucking shit. I don't even know. What's that, Smash?
So yeah, whatever you're giving away, then I got one more pack, and Miranda Family Farms threw a pack since I was
Sweet.
hanging out. I was like, you
Awesome.
want
Would you like to run the giveaway?
to? Yeah, whenever. We'll give it a little
All
bit.
right.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Ladies and gerbils, we'll do another giveaway in a couple,
And I'll
3
give
minutes. I don't even
away
know.
because I my other collections packed away, but I have a James Loud box I'll give away.
Heck yeah.
It's Havana bandana, and it's only a five. Wait, what does it say?
And
5 regular seeds, so it's only a 5-pack, and the cross is GMO Banana Z.
It's funny
And
to watch Bud put his glasses on to read, then take them right back off.
U.S. only. I don't want to deal with international bullshit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But everybody on the show that's ever worked with the Bud or swapped anything with him knows that he ships super freaking fast.
Oh yeah.
Basically, you'll get it yesterday already. So, folks, we're going to give away Figment, Forbidden Fruit by Coot Special #3. I've been really happy with these Coot Special crosses, even though, whatever, let's just not get into that at all. They're not super long finishing crosses. You know, a lot of people basically are worried about when you hear like a Thai Kerala cross, they're like, oh, how many hundreds of days is that going to be? And that's a fair question for a lot of different hazes. You know, hazes, you're lucky if you can get it under 100 days. A friend of mine, well, Stevie, I guess I've been promising for years that he'd be back on the show. He still hasn't come back on the show. One of these days, I'll get him back on the show, I promise, or I hope. Anyway, he has a couple of haze crosses. Wouldn't you know it? Those fuckers. Oh, you're lucky if you get them under 100 days, honestly. The weed is worth it, you know, but at the same time, like you could have grown almost 2 crops in that same time if you grow indoors. If you grow outdoors, gosh, you might not finish, honestly. I've known a couple people who couldn't finish his crosses because it just got too late in the year. So they had to cut that shit down. It's what a shame to cut down such a beautiful plant before it's ready, you know. But anyway, luckily, these are genuinely like 68, 70-day crosses. They're not 60-day crosses, really. I mean, you could, I suppose, pull them, but gosh, they really seem to fatten up noticeably in that last week to maybe 8 days or something like that. So you get to like day 57, day 58, you're like, oh shit, I could cut this. I remember thinking with the sour grape or the surf grape, don't even know my own goddamn names. The surf grape, that's grape pie, the same Coot Special #3 dad. Gosh, I haven't even smoked the flower yet. Anyway, probably will be dry in a couple days. Uh, it was probably ready-ish, kind of. I mean, it looked ready, basically at like 58 days or something. But my oh my, did it plump up! And in at day 58, it didn't really look like grape pie at all. I remember thinking, oh, this is really a lot leans to the dad. Basically, it smells a lot like the lemon pine cleaner kind of. And I was like, oh, it's probably just basically a clone of the dad. But sure enough, give it another 5 or 6 or 7 days, and the tops kind of get this cascading frost thing that surf grape, I mean, that grape pie has. That's the cherry pie by Grape Stomper. The Grape Stomper is this crazy lunatic frost, actually from Gage Green. Anyway, you really can tell when you see grape pie in something, you can really tell that cross came out. Grape gas, bunch of them. They have that kind of cascading frost rails and so on with the purpling. Even if it's a green phenotype, it'll be kind of perked out, kind of in the edges of the leaves, basically. Anyway, it's a really beautiful look, actually. Sure enough, that last like 8 days or so really plumped up and it basically looked like grape pie at the end. How funny is that? Wouldn't have figured, you know, if I were doing selections, basically, 10 days earlier, if I were making those selections 10 days earlier, I would have probably chopped that one down because I don't really want those Coot Special leaning males or Coot Special leaning females because I want to go basically in the grapey direction and all that, either hybrids or more on the grape side, right, for my personal selection. But waiting just a few more days, look at that different selection. I'm actually trying to re-veg her in the garage right now. How funny is that? So anyway, long-winded way of me saying I'm going to be giving this out. Sure enough, it is literally basically a 70-day cross, 68, 70 days. You can cut it somewhere in that neighborhood. Don't have to cut it in 85 or 90 days or something. And this is going to be a flavor monstrosity. A couple people have grown this and had really positive feedback on it. So Figment, Forbidden Fruit by Coots Special #3, ladies and gerbils. Why don't we give it out in the next 30 seconds. Nobody said a goddamn word in the freaking chat. Oh, maybe I have top chat open. That's my fault.
I still got the old list up too.
Shit, I said cheers 3 or 4 times.
Sweet. Well, go for it, Smash. I mean, shit, we can give it away anytime. Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
We'll give him one more second.
We're gonna have a few more things tonight, so never fear.
Should we put K and C back in it or no?
Sure. It's fine with me. Cheers, Nathaniel. Good to see you, buddy.
All right, I'm pulling the list, guys.
By the way, anyone who's given stuff out, just specify what your conditions are. If you don't want someone who's already won something to get something, or if you don't care. For me, it's no skin off my nose. If someone gets multiple packs on 420, so much the better. Cheers, Test Nugs. Good to see you. Okay, Smokey's in the house. Good to see you. Cheers, Hank
My
Durbs. Smoke Sense. Go ahead, bud.
Somebody wins it, grows it.
Nice. That's a great requirement.
Yeah, we want to see a picture of it in 5 months.
No, just grow it. I don't care about picture. Just grow it.
Let me check out Fumi real quick. 18 people
done to win my own seeds. Oh shit! I won something. Did I tell you I was literally in the parking lot where they sold the winning Powerball lottery ticket for $1.4 billion? That's the closest I'll probably ever get to a winning lottery ticket, is just having been in that parking lot the same day. Oh, the same day though. I was there the same day.
The night that the numbers came out and it said, "Oh, a winner, Oregon." I was like,
yeah.
Right? Because now, like, it's like barely over 100 million, and like I only get excited when it's like a billion. It's like a waste of. I think in those weeks it was up over $1 billion.
Seriously,
they got it for probably like $30 because it's 3 nights a week.
All right, ready?
I bought a couple
Go
here and there.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everyone.
So this is
for all the marbles.
And we still got Bud's giveaway, and then I got 2 more packs.
I got a few more. Yeah, I'm gonna give a few more packs away. So we're gonna make a few people happy tonight. The odds are good, ladies and gentlemen. We only have like 50 people in the chat. Tell your friends. You guys are all welcome to watch the show and even hop on the panel if you'd like to. We didn't say the cardinal rule: don't be a dick, don't show your dick. He can't show it right now, but I'm sure he'll be happy to show it later. But I think it's self-explanatory. Don't show your wiener. Don't be a wiener. That's about it. Hop on. Yeah, D's pissed off. He's like, damn it, I wish I could show that.
Yeah, I understand.
To my homie, actually rolled a cross joint.
All right. How'd it go? Did you smoke it?
No, he just sent me a picture, and I'm like, you do that when I'm not there?
I've smoked them, but it's so hard to roll. I've had friends that can roll them really, really well. And when you light all 3 ends or whatever, I mean, different designs, right? But a couple of my friends made like the 3, I guess it's a regular joint with another joint through it. You have to do it perfectly so that they burn at the proper amount and then they actually meet in the middle and all that stuff. Oh man, it's almost never the right. So a lot of times it'll just like one end will go out and then one side will be lopsided. Oh, fuck, it's garbage.
Yeah. I was just about to say one side's lopsided than the other ones.
Yeah, or it runs, messes it all up.
But I've seen some pretty interesting looking joints, It's a joint, but they'll take a couple extra papers and add it to it and make it like a swan or something.
I've seen.
You can tell Smash has been looking at like remodeling stuff to fix up his grow because he's getting like Filtrete ads on his thing.
It is too. Their filters I was looking at.
Yeah, that's it. It's kind of ridiculous. It's creepy is what it is too. Like they fucking know you somehow better than anybody does. Cheers, everyone in the chat, by the way. Good luck, whoever's going to win here. Who could it be? Who could it be?
Oh, well.
Who could it be?
Ooh, a panda's coming from the back, I think.
That's what she said. Holy cannoli. This is going to be a first-time winner, I think. Noah Dabber for the win. Nice looking costume there, too. I don't know if you picked it, but if you did, wouldn't that be amazing if you did pick it? So sharp ass costume.
There goes
Congratulations,
salt
Noah
and some
Dabber.
seeds.
What does Noah Dabber have to do? Does he have to? Oh no, I'm sorry, that's my
That's
giveaway.
you.
What the fuck? Am I high? I guess I am. It's that goddamn papaya. Like you don't feel high, but then you're like 10 minutes later. Ladies and gerbils, Noah Dabber. Please, I'm gonna write that down too before I forget it. Email me, DM me as soon as possible because I really only can ship on Monday. I guess I could take the package with me, but that sounds like a freaking spy thing. But I'm traveling hopefully on Tuesday or Wednesday. So I only really have time to ship anything on Monday. So anybody who wins something tonight, hurry the fuck up, send me your information, don't dawdle, and I'm going to ship it on Monday. Thankfully, it'll be like a quick shipping finally. A lot of people are like, fuck, where's the package, Humidor? Anyway, send the, so where to send it?
Instagram.
Humidor at chronictable.com. I think for a second. If you follow me on Instagram, I don't know. Instagram is probably the least option or the last option I would send me. But if we follow each other on Instagram, DM me over there. But by far the best is Fumidor at chronictable.com. What else? I guess you could DM me on Discord. Yeah, you could. If you're on the Discord, you could DM me. If you're not on Discord, just say in the chat, hey, D, could you get the link for the Discord? We'll give you the link. You can join the Discord. And then, of course, you can tell
Hey,
us what your info is. What's that, Smash?
I haven't promoted the Discord in a while.
Yeah, it's just kind of it's this weird dog shit thing. Yeah, I was thinking about it a while ago. Somebody was talking about active discords. And I was like, fuck, we used to have a 24-hour active Discord too, and then it just went like tits up for stupid fucking reasons. It's hard to explain.
Oh, yeah.
Like weird shit. I don't even know. So I'm like, I'm kind of okay with my Discord being quiet. Like at least there's no problems there. But it would be nice, kind of like it'd be fun to do poker and shit. But I don't know. Sometimes it's nice to just have peace and quiet. So Fumidor at chronictable.com. Discord, or what else? I guess you could just fucking tell us in the chat, hey bro, I need to contact you in this way, and then we can hit you up somehow. Because don't put your address in the chat and stuff like that.
No. And a quick question for Smashed. What about KNC? How can he get in touch with you for winning your seat?
I already said in chat, IG, whatever.
I missed it.
I'm pretty quick. I tagged him.
He said.
Hit me up in IG. Same shit. Discord, whatever.
Oh, and by the way, make sure to tell me what your fake name is, because your legal name is probably not Noah Dabber, right? It'd be fucking hilarious if it was. That would be amazing. I might give you an extra pack of seeds if your real legal name actually is Noah Dabber. But in the meantime, I may not know who you are if you email me. So don't forget, please. Sometimes people forget. It's not a big thing. If you do forget, I'll just email you and I'll just be like, oh, by the way, who is this? But please, just to save time, because like I said, I have to mail on Monday. Please let me know who you are.
Dude, did anyone hear about the guy with the last name Cocaine that got arrested?
All right, I'm gonna go thief on the meat, bro.
So it was in Florida, and he's like going in front of the judge, and his name's like Edward Cocaine, and the judge is like, "Wait, what?" And
What about
it's spelled the same too.
I find it funny when you see in the paper or in the news or whatever, someone named Jose and it's spelled like Jesus. Jesus murdered 2 people in a car robbery.
Florida man with the last name Cocaine appears in court on drug charges. Imagine growing up with that last name. That would have been. He probably thought it was cool until he got older. He's like, shit. You know a guy named Guy? Have you ever met a guy?
Yep, he was our first weed dealer on the block when I was a teenager.
That's funny because mine was one of the first growers that I like actually talked to from Maine. His name was Guy.
That's awesome.
I knew an older guy, but a friend of mine saw he used to work at a gas station, and the guy's name was Pooran.
People don't use my nickname as much anymore, but since I was a kid, my nickname was LB. Like when I was like 5 years old, LB, LB, LB. because it stood for Little Ben, because my dad's name was Ben. So I was Little Ben. And then, yeah, pretty much for a long time, like when I met strangers or dealing and shit like that, yep, that's what I went by, LB.
That's crazy. We're the
And
same. They didn't
yeah.
call me LB, but they call me Little Bobby. It's everywhere. It's Little Bob. Little Bob.
My dad was Italian. He called me Poopy.
I got Boo Boo. My grandpa called me Boo Boo because when I guess when I'd go there when I was a kid, I always with the diapers, you know, I was Boo Boo. I had Boo Boo.
Yeah, that was. I've had the nickname Smash since I was like 16. Because I used to have a new cell phone every week because I'd break them somehow.
Smash. That's a good one. Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
So,
Guy is a very common French name, actually. It's Guy. Literally, it's Guy, and there's a lot of French immigrants that will just keep their name Guy, and then, like, people will meet them. How do you pronounce your name, Guy? No, it's Guy. Anyway,
yeah, I've had a friend like that years ago. Yeah, he was a chef.
There's a cannabis called Guy, I believe.
I love all my Puerto Rican friends. They had like cool names like Gordo and like all nicknames, and I'm like, damn it. Well, actually, I noticed that the Puerto Ricans have poopies too. That's the thing. I was like, what is this name? Where'd you get that name from?
Cortito. They used to Gordo, little fat boy.
Well, there's a pretty big cannabis trapper dude out of Pennsylvania, Jersey. A friend of mine, sort of. Or yeah, his name is Poopies.
Yeah, it's
Poop.
yeah. I don't know.
I love it. One of my ex-girlfriend's little sisters called me Booger because I had my nose pierced, and so that stuck with everybody in that house. They would always say, "Hey, Booger," like, what the fuck? Not Booger, dude. It's a piercing, bro. Thought it was a book. Called you Booger.
Booger.
It stuck forever too. Like, good 5 years being called Booger. I just got used to it. Like, haven't been called that in over 15 years. It's a long ago.
Wasn't there a
Hey,
TV
Captain.
show when someone was named Booger on it?
Captain,
I know there was a movie.
I got a inside new info on the dead. So the first weekend of the shows, which is May 17th, they're going to announce that they're adding 1 month to the residency. So they're going to now be playing through August. They're adding a month, but they're not going to make the announcement until the weekend of the first shows.
I hope they play an August 31st show because that would be the first time they played August 31st since 1981.
Yeah, I was at that one. Jerry's birthday in Maynard Downs, Texas. But August 1st is also a big day too. So maybe they'll have one. Well, we could probably look at a calendar. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So whatever falls on Thursday, Friday, Saturday in August, that's when they're playing.
I may be a bit busy in August.
Billy String summer tours happening then too. So whatever. A residency seems like I remember being a tour rat for all those years, thinking, God, it would be great if we just set up in one spot and played for months. Now, like so many years later, that's what it is. I guess what it is reality of like, oh, what our plans and the nuts and bolts of it. Yeah, Vegas is fucked. Fuck Vegas. I fucking don't like Vegas.
No. Good shows, though.
Well, okay.
Check this out. This was the fish show last night.
But like, oh, one weekend there a year is enough for me. Oh, I'll have fun for
Yeah.
two couple of days. Spending like 4 months every weekend there, that's gonna get old real quick.
Yeah, this is the sphere for the fish show.
Yeah, they playing right now. Last night was
This is
super epic, but I got to be honest. The other than one sequence where they were underwater, like it really looked like the whole place was like deep sea. Uh, some of the graphics seemed pretty lame to me, but they're only playing there for 4 nights, so they're only going to spend so much money. Like from what I understand, it's basically building in every frame and second of that type of siege, or I don't know the name of the technology, but it's like building a movie.
they had like a Starry Night display. It was pretty. It was kind of cool. It flipped around a little bit.
Now, this was what I thought is really cool because the U2 did this, and so I guess it's part of
YouTube was
the
crazy.
approach because of the aesthetics of the place. This is a band that like each member has a lot of gear, amps, and all this stuff.
Think about
Yeah,
that. You're seeing
they
that.
didn't have anything on the stage but them and Mike, and because that's part of the look of the whole thing because the stage is set up where you and no lights and nothing hanging. Like
Yeah, you can
usually
see it
most
right here.
shows you have, so much stuff hanging, the PA and the lights
The
and blah blah
lights.
blah.
That's about it.
This they don't even put it because the backdrop or the I'm not the LED screen is the light. Like that becomes the light show. Like uh and
I
they can
agree with.
direct they can direct it. It's pretty interesting. Like to me, it'd be cool if venues like that because like concerts is big money, but like we go to sporting event places built for sporting events that aren't really built for acoustics and visuals and everything. When they make the best of it, try to, but like this is a purposely built place for a show, like
So
concert.
this
So
is another.
yeah, that seems. Oh, if you're going to charge a couple $100 to go to a show, which that's the going rate, well, then the venue should be, better than some old basketball place or football, baseball. Like the worst concerts are in baseball stadiums because they put the stage out in the back. Most of the time, they don't even take the netting down.
Yeah,
So, like, if you buy tickets, your visual is looking through the netting they have to keep balls from hitting people. Baseball stadiums are like a ripoff. They charge the same amount of money, but those are like the worst venues.
I agree that their visuals are cool. Like this is dope. I don't know what this is, but this
Well,
is
Fish has a fifth member, CK5. He's
whatever
their
that is.
lighting
It
guy,
looks
Chris
dope.
Kabucha or whatever. He's been their lighting guy for like lighting director for I don't know how long, 20 years long.
That's sick. Look at that.
Yeah, no, it's sick. It definitely is like okay, we've all gone to shows and we've all experienced the technology that has been state of the art at shows for the last whatever years. This is a new level. This particular place is uh is at another level. Here, like whoever plays there. I mean, it's a sick venue.
It's so bright. Like I went to the top of the sphere and you could literally like I mean I went to the top of like the stratosphere. They call it the strat, and I could see the
No,
sphere
there's
was
people that
light.
complain, like hotels that face it,
It's
like
so bad. It's so
expensive
bright.
rooms. They've had to like put tint on like on the glass, and patrons complain that because it never goes off. right? It's all the fucking night long and shit. It's a
What
lot
time
of
is
light.
it?
Like I've seen these panoramic shots of Vegas, and yeah, this thing in the middle of Vegas, the spear is like, oh, there's a lot of lights in Vegas, always has been, but oh, the spear takes it to another level.
We can do a duck race where it's the 20. Bud, you want to do yours?
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody, by the
What
way.
was it? It's a James Loud 5-pack regular Havana bandana, and that's a GMO banana Z.
So you guys
It's a
have
sealed box. I've never even opened it.
look at. I'm gonna show everyone what the fuck I'm looking at. So this is the name of participant. When you join chat, it comes into this. It says participants, and I can see it. See, there's people joining right now. Now, I need to see your name or you're not gonna get in on it. Like that's the only it's the only way I know you're actually like even though if you're watching the show, that's the only way we know that you're actually like here or actually a way to pull all the names. So yeah, say something in chat now. I'll give you like 30 seconds for this to come through for people to
And as I recall,
I don't know much about
as I
Zoom
recall,
and whatnot, and I can't stand that other. What's the other service that some people use? Fuck. It's like a Zoom, but it's a different company. It's called
Streamlab.
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
three,
That one has a cool thing
2,
where like you can make a word, like a hashtag word, and
Yeah.
then if you put it in the chat, it automatically into they have like a draw like a software connected to the thing for doing this. Where that seems pretty cool. I'm surprised Zoom doesn't offer the same, but whatever.
yeah, StreamYard's it's pretty cool for what it
Well,
is.
StreamYard eats your battery like at 10x of what Zoom does.
Yeah.
Like 10x. Like my phone sitting there hot as fuck, and like next thing you know, a half hour later, your battery's gone. It's like, what the fuck did this thing do?
With StreamYard, when you go to join it, you have to join through the desktop site. And when you join through the desktop site, it doesn't use all the programs that your phone is using to run StreamYard.
Yeah. Well, desktop versions, like even on the Neil Young site, I realized I didn't realize it till recently, but like certain functions are only available on desktop. It's not available on phone.
All right,
So
US only.
Yeah.
US only, make it easy.
If I win, just to get the replay.
And
So
I'll probably dig something else out. I just don't want to commit until but I'm not just going to send 5 seeds to somebody. I
Right.
got all
Now the
kinds of
thing
things.
is I should actually win this
I'm
because Bud still has the pack of seeds, the only pack of seeds I've ever won, and he still has them.
Yeah, well, yeah, I do have them because I didn't throw that. It's a box that says living room stuff that has all kinds of shit in it, and that's where that is. But like, holy shit, when I moved so many months ago, uh, I'm discombobulated as far as like, yeah, 10 years I had like drawers and cupboards and shit. I wasn't organized, but I had things places. Then, yeah, no, we've all gone through that. Captain's getting ready to do it, moving the hell out of Thailand back to the US. I couldn't imagine like liquidating stuff and all that being in another
Within
country.
30 and doing it all in 30 days.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm at like 33 days, so I'm like 3 day overstay right now. But I do have everything packed. I just basically have to take a few items over to big items over to my friend's house, and that's it. I'm out of here. I got one suitcase already packed. I've got a big suitcase and a carry-on. That should get everything else I have. I've sent boxes back. The lights will actually beat me back.
Yeah, there's double the people I said in chat now. I pull the list. I'm typing it out, but I'm not even gonna bother. When I say I'm pulling the list, I copy it, and whoever doesn't make it after the copy, it's hard for me to like figure out. So it's
Man, I got screwed again.
Uh-huh.
If you're out in front
shit.
early on, you're just screwed.
Gosh.
Because look how fast I'm just
Stay in chat.
dropping back.
Everyone stay in chat. Old Fashioned's international, so I'll deal with that. Old Fashioned.
Here we go. Here's the run.
Yeah, Old Fashioned. I'll give you one of my packs, so you'll be the winner for one of mine, and we're gonna pull the list again for Bud. Only U.S. But we'll still hook you up. We got you. Old Fashioned.
Yeah, Midwest.
And I can do some giveaways tonight too.
Okay, everyone stay in chat. I'm pulling the
Really?
list one more time. Let me clear the list and
Yeah, I know.
clear. No, what do I do? I don't even know what I'm doing right now. I'm so tired. Martial artist also gave me chocolates today, so I'm pretty toasted. Names. Clear list. Okay. Going into participants.
The other day, I put down my phone and I didn't even think about even trying to turn it on for like 6 hours.
I'm gonna wait. Yo, I'll wait like a minute and a half before I pull the lists. But you've got to stay active. I'm looking at it grow right now. We're almost on a full screen. So if you want to join, this is US only for James Labs.
No way.
Yeah,
Good, my name's gone.
remember live chat, not
You guys want
top
to see my
chat,
meat?
please.
That's what that's what
Because
she.
I've
So
been in
that's the
top
before.
chat.
It's soak in that yogurt and some spices and onions and stuff.
All right. I'm pulling it. It's so hard to do this, dude. They make you fucking
I watched the replay.
every time I do it, I have to. You guys are gonna have to see. I'm gonna make you watch what I have to do every time. So every time I pull the list, I gotta go in there and do this because they all get separated. So I gotta go in.
Who won?
I gotta get
Did
rid
you
of
win
fuming.
Yeah.
I get rid of myself because I don't need seeds.
I found a 315 that blew up. Gotta replace it. Here's a 315.
Okay, mix up. Start. Dude,
Good luck, everybody.
I hate that noise. So yeah, every time we do this, I have to like do a whole bunch of extra work. So don't yell at me. Please be patient. I see Nut Tree join. Detroit River Rat, what's up? Green Ghost.
Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, whatever. This website's trash. They want you to try to pay for it. You can see my progressive ads. What is that, a vape? I get 10 vapes for $99, guys. Should I go check it out? Should I go check it out?
Yeah, I'll distill it.
Then we got Xfinity, which I have better internet. Can I make this bigger? I don't think I can.
Out the shop. Out the shop.
Mm. 10:31. Cool.
Oh shit.
Good luck,
Those
folks.
edibles are good.
What are we playing for?
So here, let me tell you what happened. So Old Fashioned won, but he's international, and Bud's only doing US. So I ended up giving Old Fashioned my other pack, and we're doing Bud's US only right now.
Right on.
And then Greenfigure said he's down to do something too. So you guys are going to be giving away seats for a little bit, I think.
That would be fun to play all bad cards again.
All bad cards. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
You hear about the dude that lit himself on fire?
Yeah. Jesus.
Crazy.
What did he?
Yeah, unfortunately, he was mentally ill.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's the ultimate sacrifice.
Good way to
It's
go.
like kamikaze shit.
Yeah.
Here comes Justin Bean.
That's nice.
There
He
was
hasn't
a
won something
monk
for a while.
that did that.
Congratulations, Justin Bean. Good to see. Good, look at that. Holy cannoli.
All right. Justin Bean, you
There-
hit up Buddy Kilowatt.
Nice.
Congrats.
I'm sure he'll send you something good. That's fun. Cheers, Justin Bean. Congratulations. Happy 420, buddy. I don't know. Was anyone else teed up to do a giveaway next, or am I jumping in? Or
No, good.
We can do another one. All right, let's do Pacifica Days, ladies and gentlemen. One that I'm really happy with, and going to be working with in the future. There's already a version 2. Haven't had time to send out the testers, so don't wonder if you just didn't get selected or something. I just literally haven't sent out the testers yet. The version 2 basically has a different father, so it's Hawk and Thunderfuck still across the Coot Special number 3. The version 2 has the Jack the Ripper, basically Jack the Ripper male. That is, it's delightful. Honestly, I'll show you more pictures soon. So far it's bred really, really well too, so I'm really happy with it. Honestly, you'll hopefully see more as time goes on. But take my word for it for the moment, because holy cannoli, it's free. Oaxaca and Thunderfuck 2 Coot Special number 3. This is Pacifica Days version 1. Oh, my thing is not mirrored. Well, whatever. You don't have to read it anyway, because I'm telling you, it's Pacifica Days. People have liked it so far quite a bit. I really like that Oaxacan Thunderfuck. Say something in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We'll give it out in 3 minutes or so. I don't know.
Okay. Let me clear the list so I can get it ready. I made them watch what I have to do every time.
It is annoying. Yeah. Sandy Regular says, top chat will not divide us. Cheers, El Russ.
What did I miss, Smash? Did somebody win?
Yeah, Justin Bean.
Okay, so he can DM me his address on my Instagram. The easiest thing.
I think it's a she and he. I think it's a couple. Jess and Bean. I think it's it might be one person.
Hey.
But yeah, they're really cool. They actually grow my papaya right now. So let me know when you flip it. Dude, I'm hearing people pull it down at 72, 74 days. All right. I'm pretty beat. It was really nice for a lot of the day.
Well, you didn't tell us a lot of details about the event. What was up?
Yeah.
There was a lot of vendors. There was a lot of weed there. A lot of Cali weed though. Like,
really,
I didn't see anything. I don't know. Marshall was there in chat.
The way you said that sounds like disparaging. What do you mean? I'm from Cali, dude.
Cali Pack.
Yeah, but you get the fresh stuff. I don't get the fresh Cali packs. You know what I mean?
That's true. They say the closer you are to California, the fresher the weed is, right? And so you
I
can't
know
get much
what we
farther in
send.
Boston, huh?
I know what we send out.
I bet you a lot of it's
And,
Oklahoma weed too, though.
and come on, bud. I bring my weed to California, so that
I get it's all
you
it's
like
just
my
all
weed.
play. But I do notice that like people love to hate on us.
It's like I
Mm.
mean, like when I say Cali packs, I mean like turkey bag weed or fancy Mylar bag weed.
Well, but you know that comes in. Okay, we've been doing
Someone
that a long
shitty
time, but like
greenhouse.
they got that same turkey bags in Oklahoma, Michigan,
Yeah,
Colorado. Yeah, but the hustle's been spread. Chicago.
it looks like it's
No.
all been packed way too tight in a seal bag.
Ultimately, most places don't need weed from other places. It's too easy to produce weed locally.
So now,
Like if I support local economy, like in general, well, then I support it for sure in weed. Like that's probably the problem we have with the weed business is that the money and the investors are
Anytime smashed.
like everything else
okay,
are trying to take
20
that
seconds on the list.
local economy away and replace it with like a multi-state operator bullshit.
Oh man, I gotta go to the hospital tomorrow.
A lot
Oh
of
yeah, what's up, Captain?
Medications and getting paid for the bills they overcharged me for, and setting up a small surgery on
5
Tuesday.
seconds.
Well,
I
isn't
have
it like
seven. I have 7 staples in my armpit. I have to have removed.
That'd be a good idea, yeah.
isn't the medical over there? That's one of the reasons you moved there, right? Because it's
Right.
way more affordable. All that.
Yep.
Statement.
I'm gonna have 14 stitches. It's gonna cost me $85 to have this surgery done.
No.
This sounds crazy. Well, I mean, I guess not. My mom was the type of person to be like, you can go in the hospital, get your stitches out, take them out yourself. And she showed me how to do it.
A lot of people do that. I guess I mean, you could do it. You're just apparently more likely to have a scar. What is it? I can't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
these are actual metal staples that they had to put in because they cut me from one side of my armpit to the other, and it
Damn.
wouldn't close up.
oh fuck. And don't forget, women like scars.
I've got enough of them.
Smash, did you pull the names yet?
Yeah, I did. I'm just
Right
getting
on. So folks,
just ready.
no more names for the duck race right now.
We keep getting around the same entries, 22 to 25, which is okay.
Is mine in there? I
Yeah,
did get one in, right?
I'm pretty sure. Mix up.
Good luck, everybody. This is for Pacifica Days. Once again, Oaxacan Thunderfuck to that Coot Special number 3 mail. Coot Special number 3 is Highland Tie to Kerala, and the Oaxacan Thunderfuck is, of course, Oaxacan to a Thunderfuck mail. Alaskan Thunderfuck mail.
And here we come again. Fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to see somebody about that ATF. I like this strain.
What are you smoking again, Captain?
The ATF.
Oh,
I'm not smoking it right now, but I like it.
It's got that kind of fermented stuff, and it's one of those very formative strains because it was bred, I think, quite a long time ago. Well, I guess that's all relative. What, early 90s, mid 90s, I want to say, or maybe even late 80s. Anyway, it's in a lot of stuff, and I think a lot of that kind of fermentation flavor that you'll find comes from that ATF.
See, I got mine crossed with a Williams Wonder, and it came across through a guy that worked on the Alaskan pipeline in like 80, 81, 82, 83. And then he would go to Hawaii for his 2 or 3 month vacation.
I want to go to visit Hawaii, but it's really expensive. Everyone says it's like one of the more expensive places to go.
I would rather go to like the Bahamas or someplace, to tell you the truth.
Someone was telling me about a cruise to, I don't know, but it was like a trippy cruise, like a rave cruise.
That I couldn't be on.
I could do a really
I'd be killing people.
sounds fun.
Bali, maybe?
Yeah, just make sure you don't get motion sick. Can you imagine motion sickness with LSD and shit? Oh goddamn! I love Hank
Yeah.
Durbs. What is he? Sigmund Freud duck?
That's so fun.
Flower Felon's a unicorn.
And actually, if you
Holy
go to
shit! Cake in a
Bali,
cup. Is Cake in a Cup gonna win it? Cake in a Cup. More than by a hair. Holy cow! Decisively, Cake in a Cup. Look at that, buddy. Well, bad news for me is not US only, but that's okay. That's okay. I didn't say anything. Ladies and germs, Cake, DM me, email, DM me, or let me know on Instagram. I don't think I follow you on the Instagram. People literally is the worst option, honestly, seriously. Um, Email me, fumidor@chronictable.com. I think you've emailed me before, Cake, so I think you have my email address. If not, DM me on Discord. And last option is Instagram. If nothing else, whatever, just let us know on. I'm not even 100% sure we're going to have a show on Tuesday. I need to. I could text the one guy. There's a guy that basically just randomly, a friend of mine somehow, I can't even remember how, but we got, I posted something on Instagram and he said something. And so we got to talking a little bit. A guy I haven't talked to for a while. I don't want to say who it is yet. And he was like, I was like, hey, do you want to come on the show? And he's like, fuck yeah. So we have to schedule that, but I was planning on traveling the next couple of weeks. So I could maybe talk to him on Tuesday if he on short notice could meet with us. I got to just DM him now. Let's just do that.
Should I smoke? Should I open up lemon cherry gelato or a Runts?
Do runts now and then gelato later. The runts is very flavorful, but it's definitely not a big old high. Also, I accidentally killed my runts like a dumbass. Honestly, just like, I have no excuse. I just didn't water it. It was in the back, and I didn't water it like a fucking clown, and I killed it. Stupid fuck.
hey, bud.
Luckily, it's just runts, but still.
These are nice disposable.
When I get back home, I'm gonna take about 7 to 10 days to get things cleared up at the house and with the parents. And then I'll be heading out your way. I think I may I don't know.
We all meeting
Are
at
you up
Bud's
to
house?
are you up to going to LA with me, or should I just fly into LA and drive down to you?
I heard Greenfinger's got an extra room for me if I came to Cali.
Can you deal with 120-degree weather?
Yeah,
I
I grew
could
up.
probably. I want to go to Cali so bad. I was only there for like a couple, like an hour or two.
Where Florida's at,
Wow.
the Coachella Valley. Like, make it
No,
to the
I was,
Coachella Fest.
I was
That'd
in,
be fun. That'd
so
be next year. That'd be awesome.
That was cool.
weird story on my past, which you guys are gonna could maybe find interesting. So like when I went to rehab down in Florida, I found out very quickly that there was a lot of shady shit going on, and they moved. That like Florida was getting keen on it, and they moved to Southern California. So everyone from Florida went over there, and now it's in another state. But I went there, and I was like, nah, fuck this. and then I had a couple layovers there. I want to visit though. I want to go to Northern California. It looks beautiful.
Humboldt is a special kind of beautiful. It really is something. The forest and the light really combine. And mind you, Oregon is no fucking slouch, but it's really just a little bit different that you're ever used to. It's kind of
I want to see
surreal
a
a little
big
bit with
redwood.
the light and stuff. Yeah, it's just this kind of, and the haze in the air and stuff. It's hard to describe, but it really is very unique. Really
I've
a
only seen
delightful
big
place. And
oak
of course, the
trees.
redwoods are just, you've never seen anything like a redwood. Literally, like you can conceptualize a gigantic fucking redwood, but you've never seen one until you see, and it's a forest of them. It's really something else. Um, yeah, no, Northern California is really pretty.
I've seen some big oak trees. That's about it.
Huh.
Back in the day, the oak trees used to get really tall, but they really got rid of a lot of them.
Unfortunately, in the last few years, literally a lot of the big oak trees on the West Coast have gotten broken down in storms and stuff. A lot of different colleges had like 120-year-old oak trees and stuff, and literally one by one, they've all fallen down. It's kind of
They
sad.
took one out in front of my house. I don't know. I
Hmm.
actually posted on my Instagram right after they cut it down. Someone flipped their car like on the stump.
Hmm.
But it was fucking big. Like it had to be 6 feet across the base.
That's what she said.
It was one of the biggest oak trees I've ever seen.
Hmm.
But the city took it down because it was partially on their property, which I don't get because
That's
it was
weird.
nowhere near the street. I
Normally,
mean,
cities love those trees, but how funny is that?
yeah,
Yeah.
the city actually went up and down my road and cut down a bunch of trees, like a lot.
All right. That's one way to do things. I think I'm gonna go start the grill here because it takes a little bit. I do charcoal and stuff. Anyway,
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna go
give
start that grill, I
away.
think. Uh, go for it.
I'm gonna
I
give
was gonna
away.
say I might do another giveaway maybe in like a half hour or so. Maybe I'll
Okay,
come back and
so
give something away.
I'll do Miranda's pack now, and then I'll be
Sweet.
good.
Right on. Have I not made anybody co-host? No, I think you guys are all co-hosts. All right, I'll be back.
Shout out Marina Family Farms for driving today. Shout out Martial Artists for hanging out. It was fun. It was a fun day. Um, Tried some pulled pork that was really good. They had a barbecue spot. Um, it was weird that they had like 2 stages, but like one was tucked in the back. Like it was weird. It was very weird. So they kept getting mixed up and ended up just using one stage pretty much. But it was fun until the weather hit, dude. I seen a couple fucking. Everyone's got those like what are they called? Canopy things for the booth. And once it gets windy, dude, those things fly if you don't got them down the right way.
Yeah, 1 gallon milk jugs on each corner with water in them help a lot.
At least stake them in. Try.
Yeah, but I've been to a lot of places where you're on like cement or blacktop and you
I do.
really can't. So the only thing you can do is possibly put like sandbags or do exactly like I said and tie the 1 gallon water jugs to the top of the canopy.
He so one of my friends' booths there, she's an older lady, and they make these weights. They're probably about 10-pound weights with a hole in the middle, like cut out, so you can put it around the fucking leg of the tent. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna give away a pack. I think he said Maureen's mustache, U.S. only, please. I only see 1, 2, 3, 4. Marshall, should I even put you in it? 8. I only see like 9 people, so you got a minute. I'm in live chat. Let me switch to top chat. And go back to live chat. We'll go to participants. It was fun though. Yeah, Styles P ripped. Papoose was doing good even though it was raining. It kind of sucked during his set. It was like, so Styles P went on and it was really fun. I'm pulling the list right now. Styles P went on and it was like kind of sprinkling, but as soon as Papoose was getting ready to come on, dude, it started to like really rain and the fucking temperature dropped drastically. I had 2 coats on. I had a hoodie and an extra rain jacket on. But most of the day it was beautiful. There was a lot of stuff there, a lot of good deals. All right, I gotta remove Fumi. I gotta remove Atomic because he's not US. D's not US.
Yeah,
Sorry, D.
that's all good.
I don't know if anyone. I think everyone else is. I'm going with that. I got 18 people. Let me share screen. Let's do one. Yeah, sure.
Excuse me.
Oh yeah, dude. He just said you were international. I'm the dummy. I don't want to edit it. I hope you don't win again, dickhead. I'm just kidding. You're not. That was my fault.
That's great.
All right. How many times should I shuffle? Give me 1 or 2.
2.
Okay. 1, 2.
Number 2.
Start.
2. Okay, number 2. Let's go faster.
I see that, J5. Okay. I'm fucking tired. This pen's pretty good. I got the runs. It's pretty fucking hard. J5, you got a sick outfit on. The mermaid. Old school's a like doctor or something. Um so are you going to any events while you're here, Captain?
Oh yeah. I got plenty of events. I've got 4 festivals. I've got DSO. I've got the 30th anniversary of the Hippie Fest. Well, I'm gonna miss a 420 show because that kind of just happened. So we had it here in Thailand instead. But yeah, it seems like Ohio may be following like Michigan and having little get ups here and there, little like pop ups. So that could be really interesting.
I think that's another first time winner.
Congratulations.
Dog Pound. I gotta tag him and let me do it right.
Hey, Cleveland. Congratulations, buddy.
Hit me up on IG. I'll send your address over.
One of our Cleveland Browns fans out there.
KNC, and coffee pot and dog pound are the three. Okay. I got an international stamp right here. Funny enough. Yeah, this is pretty good. Runts, 1 gram live resin. I lost it. Shit. Oh, I found it.
It actually got cold here last night with the fan on.
I'm trying to go camping this year somewhere. Like, I've been looking at like renting a campground out for a couple days next to like the ocean, so I can go.
You mean like a campsite,
Yeah.
not a campground, like you said.
I mean, I would call it a campground.
Well, you're going to get a site on that campground.
Yes, you're right.
Because if you're doing it the other way, I'd say have a festival.
There's one like right next to Salisbury Beach. And it's really good fishing out there if you can get out past the surf.
But actually, probably in November in Ohio, October, November, there's going to be a special event going on once a month. And whatever the ticket prices will not cover the amount of free weed that you're going to get. You're going to get a lot more free weed than what the ticket price is. I do know that's happening. You know, if they're not going to let us small people into Ohio, we're going to find ways and loopholes around their laws. And hey, we're not selling it, but we're giving it the fuck away.
Look at Pines camping area. I think that's the best way to go about it. Donate. I mean, if you want to give me money, you can put it in a jar, and I won't touch it. Donations. Contact reserve. I'm looking for prices. Oh, sites and rates.
$50, $60 a night, $80 if you want electric.
Not that bad. 48 no hookups, 55 for hookups.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, that $7 is worth the electric.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
You may not have an RV, but you'll have water and you'll have electric.
Here, I'm gonna Google Earth it so we can look at it before I go.
Yeah, you want to be someplace where you are connected to the water, like within a 3 or 5 minute walk from your campsite or your cabin. You want to be like right there. And you want to have a nice sandy beach. Because here in Thailand, man, it's hard finding nice sandy beaches. A lot of them are just covered with broken shells and rocks. basically, when I go to Caribbean, I don't lay out on the beaches in Caribbean. What I do is I
Wow, look at this
paid
cat.
150 baht and I go out to one of the islands and they drop you off on an island for 8 hours.
So this is the campground, and all this is salt marsh and shit.
Salt marsh.
And then
That don't sound good for mosquitoes.
The beach is right here and stuff. It's pretty close to the beach. But there's a lot of inlets and outlets right here. So it's pretty close.
Yeah, but when I hear marshlands and things like that, I think of mosquitoes. And don't get me wrong. I mean,
Can we look at
I'm
it?
I'm in Thailand and I get bit by mosquitoes all the time. But here they only itch for like a couple minutes, if that, if you pay attention to it. Going back to Ohio, those suckers, when they bite you, they leave like a quarter-inch welt on you and you itch the fucker for like 4 days.
So yeah, the Merrimack River right here is one of the biggest rivers in Mass. This is where it ends up in the ocean. I'm trying to. So it's funny because there's Salisbury Beach, there's Plum Island's really good fishing, then Ipswich up here. But
Well, are
look
you
at
going fishing? Or are you just going there to
we're going
relax?
fishing.
Okay, then go for the fishing areas.
My dog wants to go out, so we'll go Plum Island. I'll show you guys. It's really nice. How do I?
Yeah, there's a shitload of places to go fish there.
Oh, thanks, Mom.
Yeah, that's one thing you'll never hear me really saying.
Well, she's letting the dog out. She fucking should be sleeping. I'm trying to be. I'm trying to. I don't want to fight with anyone anymore. I just want. I'm trying to. I need to like. Trying to just focus.
See, but here's where it's coming down is we're from a different generation, really. And I'm having to deal with two parents that don't want to talk about their medical conditions. And their medical conditions are causing them problems now. But when they grew up, if you weren't going to hospital, you didn't talk about it. So, yeah, we're having arguments over medical issues now and
No,
actually talking about them.
it's hard. It's hard to talk about it. Even my dad, when he was passing, it's hard. That those are hard issues. People don't really want to. People just want to put them aside and let life happen. So yeah, this is the area we'd be at.
Yeah, definitely bring your mosquito net.
It's beautiful out there, though. It really is. Cool thing in Massachusetts, we don't have to worry about a lot of like snakes and like. Yeah, we got cottonmouth, but once we're out towards the ocean, there's really nothing. Sharks, maybe inland, too inland.
Eels.
Yeah, maybe. People say like so. Miranda Family Farms lives close to the Cape Cod Canal, and it's like some of the best fishing in Massachusetts. But you gotta like walk on like algae infested fucking rocks and shit.
Yeah, I don't like falling down.
It's beautiful. Cape Cod's beautiful. I don't go down there as much as I probably should. Cape Cod Canal. So the big thing with that, the Cape Cod Canal, is they built a bypass through Massachusetts. Here, I'll show everyone. It's kind of interesting. So they built a bypass through Massachusetts right here, so migratory fish didn't have to swim around the peak. You could go through the inlet. So this is some of the best fishing in Mass, I don't know, maybe in the world for some fish. But yeah, right here, fish goes cut through all of Massachusetts. And I think it's built specifically for that too, migratory fish and shit, like to help aid in the process. We actually, Mass has a really good wildlife program. Oh, let me see if I can get close in there and show you how like the edge of it looks like. So we'll go right here. Horrible spot. I always pick the worst spots. What are you guys smoking on right now? How was your 420, by the way, everyone else?
I'm glad today's Sunday so I can relax from it. Friday and Saturday were 2 hard days.
That's all I have to say about my 420. Sucked.
Did you get a good deal, D?
Fuck no, I don't have anything. I haven't smoked all day.
Oh,
I
that
don't have
sucks.
anything. Yeah, man.
That's the worst. I did a decent amount of that way. Oh, whatever. I'm pretty sure that's part of it, though.
All right.
Hold on, we're talking in chat. Uh, apparently, it's older than I ever thought. Oops.
Separate get fish.
The canal has been the subject of exploration since the 1600s. What the fuck? Wikipedia. You guys can talk. I'm reading. Oh, I can't talk for everyone.
Hey, me and Bud do a lot of the talking. Every once in a while, we can be quiet for a while too.
Dude, it looks way older than I ever thought. I'm not gonna lie. Look at construction of the canal was first considered by the Plymouth colonies.
Well, when it cuts 90 miles off of your trip, and you're going by boat, it
No, it
saves a
makes sense.
day way off of your trip.
I'm learning right now. I think I've heard it's some of the best fishing in the world, and the reason was because fish don't have to go around the tip of Massachusetts to go right through. It's what I've heard. It could be a legend. Just saying. I'm not always right. I can be wrong. Especially tonight when I'm dumb, like tired. Even my fucking lights have shut off. That's kind of funny. Means it's bedtime. It says 1909 construction. Construction finally began for working canal under the direction of August Belmont Jr. Boston, Cape Cod, New York Canal Company, using designs by engineers William Barclay Persons. They were gonna toll it, I think. The privately owned tolled canal.
Yeah. The Panama Canal was going to be that way until they paid for it.
Public takeover and expansions on July 25th, 1918.
There we go.
I didn't know any of this, so I'm learning right now. I don't live down there, so I don't know. I just hear things. If Charlie was with me, it would be a different story because then I could just ask.
One of the mints put out a gold coin commemorating the Panama Canal being built. There's a round coin and a hexagonal coin.
In 1928, the government purchased the canal for 11.4 million as a free public waterway. And 21 million was spent between 1935 and 1940 increasing the canals with this thing I didn't know there was Massachusetts one of the richest histories, so I should have just looked at it up. And probably should have realized it was something crazy.
We have a grave site up in that part up in New England that dates back to 17 something, early 1700s for my mom's side of the family.
Coffee pot, hit me up. I'll send you. Yeah, I got you, man.
Oh, fuck, I just had the lighter.
I always forget that. Like growing up, I went to Plymouth Rock and like they have the Plymouth plantations.
I went to Plymouth Rock when you could actually take a little dinghy out to it and actually touch it.
Small now.
Yeah, it is because the water rose. But yeah, that's what, my childhood was. I wasn't home playing with friends on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We were like East Coast, Eastern Pennsylvania, New York, Massachusetts. Then we go to Wisconsin, Minnesota. So
So
me growing up, opening up the van door on Saturday morning and you're like on the battlefield of Gettysburg,
so
shit like that.
this is a tourist attraction, but it's pretty cool. And they have like it's like a Renaissance fair for the Plymouth Rock.
You don't go to like any of the Salem festivals or anything like that? I'd be going to some of the Salem witch festivals and shit. Hook up with some Wiccans.
Yeah,
I'd stay the fuck away from that. That's for sure.
I'm with you on that. They have a like I don't know. Salem is a different ball game of human. Don't forget, like one of the biggest devil worshiping like churches is there. Or they
Devil worshiping church.
yeah, Satanist.
Hey,
There's another. There's a couple big ones. Salem, Mass.
I go to Jerry Church on Sunday morning.
Well, I like the part of the story where they think that they were probably taking acid without
Tripping.
knowing, and the witches were just high in acid, and then the people thought they were witches.
So
Yeah.
this is in Salem. I don't know what they do. Never been there, but this is there. It's a real church that you walk in, statues, everything. It's a pretty nice house too. Not gonna lie. They got a
Like
good.
Colonial Williamsburg is, I went to Williamsburg in like late 70s, early 80s compared to what it is today. Holy shit, man. In the 70s and 80s, it was like ran down piece of crap. And today they spent so much money into it. It's a really nice place to go and visit and learn about the old days when men actually worked.
What? We work today. We just work smarter.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep track of chat. It's so hard. I might be. I'm waiting for Fumi to come back. I'm probably gonna be out. Fuck you, B. I can't wait to go to sleep. Took mushrooms probably at like 3, 4 maybe.
Next step in the process before I throw them on the grill. It's what was it? I don't even remember.
Yeah, describe it. What is it?
It's beef with a variety of vegetables, basically shish kebabs, and I'm gonna grill them on the grill right now. So,
What type of beef?
good question. I didn't buy the cut or chop them up, so I don't remember. Oh, tri-tip. It's tri-tip. That's what it is. It's fucking tri-tip.
Oh,
yeah, should be
man.
good. I'll show you guys when it's done.
Tri-tip. No shit.
Just a tip.
I heard Bud drop Bud down there, and it was just like the.
Yeah, you should recognize this is Bubba Kush. Golf balls. Doink.
Oh, that looks
Yeah,
good.
The Bubba
that
Kush nuggets, man. They're
those are
golf
the
balls.
ones I want.
Those are
I
the
need to
golf balls.
I need some of that right now.
Crazy how that
That
shit goes like that.
how'd the I-95 turn out like that? Like, was
Well,
it a little bit more
95, it's
superior,
got
or
some
was it
sour
golf
going
balls
on.
too?
Yeah, the I-95 is pretty. It's that. I've been like digging on the Larry, and actually, there was a plan or two of cookies and cream. That shit's that shit's good too.
I got some cookies and cream.
I gotta get you the strawberries and cream with all that gas from the I-95 and sourdough mixed into it.
There's a strawberry fritter from Raw Genetics I kind of want to try.
I think that could be a home run.
Well, right now I'm putting 90 clones for the next room. Yeah, no, there's well, there's 20, there's 4 trays, so there's 20 slaps, 20 grape gas, 20 apple banana, 20 cheetah piss. Like, so the months we fucked with the other things, yeah, okay, they're fine and dandy and all, but are they gonna like replace one of those other hit rockers that meet all the boxes? Nope, not. And then after a room where you wasted space, technically, or it's not really wasted, but then you have little bags of this and that and that that amounts to like, it doesn't amount to anything. Where if you would have taken that space and put the cheetah piss out, then you would have had units. Like, yeah, it's like, oh, so many years ago, you could do whatever you wanted because of the state of the business. Today, oh no, you have to look at it differently, period. Like, there's no wiggle room. There's no wiggle room. That's what it comes down to. And ultimately, there's 2 people that spend the most time really trimming. They're trimmers. And for some of those other strains, they would have to work harder to make it look a certain way, right? Where those other strains, you probably have to trim and they fucking look perfect in the bag with their little purples and their this and like I get it. Like there's a reason that those like things moved on. Like ultimately, like, oh yeah, as good as some of those are and reminiscing, oh well, they're definitely have their pros and cons. And in today's world where you have these boxes you got to check, yeah, no, they don't fit them.
No, but they fit the highs we like, though.
Yeah, I mean that's just being a grower. You at least can do whatever a little bit of what you want. Usually, you can do whatever you wanted, but
Yeah, at the prices these days, Bubba's more of a head stash plant. You keep one of them around just to keep it around.
yeah. Well, no, I mean I gotta tell you it was like not. It's like yeah, it doesn't stretch or anything. It wasn't that big a plant, and it had been other plants got bigger around it, but the first one we grew was 110 grams. Second one was yeah. Oh, if we did a whole tray, oh yeah, yeah. No, those golf balls weigh like they're dense as fuck. There's a thing with weed that like
Just takes
some
too long to
weed
veg.
had dense weed because like I have a gauge. Everything is like I roll joints. I have the same grinder for so many years, and I can estimate pretty much, a couple nugs, that's going to make a joint. sometimes there's dense weed that doesn't like fluff up, right? It just stay like you grind it up, it took a bunch of it, eats grinder eats it up. And then there's things like Bubba where like, oh, you got this big nug and you just take one little flake that you think, oh, that's not quite enough for a joint, not even close. Oh, you get in the grinder, and the next thing you know, you have a pile for 2 joints, right? And I don't understand the structure of why some buds are like. I'm just bringing Bubba because I have that right now. But over the years, there's certain buds that like.
Oh yeah, the pounds look like quarter pounds.
Well, yeah, that part of
And
it.
then
But
it's like,
like,
what the
a
fuck that?
bud, like the little nug, will expand and make a like a big pile to roll a joint with. And then there's other nugs that are that dense, look similar, but oh no, it just doesn't. I don't know, bulk out or fluff. It's not really like it fluffs up. I don't know. It's like a density to. But I've noticed over the years, not all bud structures are equal. Like as a customer, ultimately, yeah, the kind of weed that like a little bud fluffs into a big, a whole big joint or pile. Yeah, that's the kind of weed you want to buy because there's other dense bud that, yeah, it doesn't do that.
It was always kind of tough to sell that shit that was super dense like that. People were always questioning it. It didn't look good for
Like
people to
a
break
lot of
down
the
into eighths and
gelato,
quarters and shit.
which is popular, the gelato buds. No, that's the kind of weed that you better put an extra bud in your grinder because you'll need it to make a joint. Where
Back in the day, that was one part of the advantages to having the homegrown is that you didn't have it compressed like all the beasters that were around. You could like bring like 3 gram fucking eighths to a lot and fucking sell them all day long because they looked
a lot of
huge.
that was like a lot of it was PGRs, like in the BC bud era. Pounds used
That's
to
what I'm
look
saying. You had good homegrown that was nice
so
to feel.
small, and no, I didn't understand it then, but years later, when was that product Bushmaster and that shit became available in the hydro store, the PGRs that you can use to do that. Uh, yeah, you can make weed so fucking dense, like a QP looks like a pound. I mean, pounds like looks like a QP, but it's shit weed. Like when it's
By the
that
time I was turned on to it,
dense. But I guess if you were putting out mega pounds at 4,000 in the 90s, man, that those PGRs made those guys extra millions of dollars over the years, and no one knew the better. It wasn't like we had the information we have now.
when I was
I
finally turned on to what was going on
the one
with the
PGR
PGRs,
that does that, it makes it super dense, like beyond. But what it
because they would
also
just stop them.
it
It stopped the
stopped
stretch. Yeah.
which oh, that was like actually what drew me to try that product.
With 8 foot ceilings, that's nice.
20 years ago.
People are running on
Pacabutasol.
flight trays and
That's
shit.
what it is. It's called Pacabutasol. It's a PGR. They use it in bond. Like how it came into cannabis, or like where, uh, yeah, people that do bonsai are like true bonsai. Oh, they use all these weird PGRs to manipulate the different hormone sets and trees and stuff. Bonsai. Uh, yeah, bonsai uses paclitabutasol. That's like part of their little toolkit.
It's crazy what that shit does, though. Right about the time I was turned on to it, we found out the shit wasn't any good for you. So, like, but I did have a round or two in
Well, it
and
is one
saw.
of my like weird gripes because the company there was different companies using it. It turned out some of the nutrient companies were slipping it in there
Oh yeah,
to be
a lot of them.
competitive,
Not some.
right? They got caught, but the one company made Bushmaster, came in this little bottle. It didn't cost that much, but the company was called Humboldt. It's still around, like Humboldt something, had this label, used the whole Humboldt legacy branding part way back. Like that company's been around a long time. Nutrients. And then like claimed on the bottle it was like all organic and it was sourced from seaweed, and like the label was so misleading. Okay. And then even when they first got caught and had to pull it off the shelf, somehow they regrouped and got it back on the shelves for a little while. Right. And then it all blew up when like the real truth about paclobutazol was published and shit, mainly on the forums and stuff. That's where those guys called the bluff, if I remember correctly, because a lot of people were using it during that era. But yeah, like that company just basically probably stopped using that, selling that or that particular product. They had other products, but they still exist. You'd think that would be like the end of that company's reputation and ability to be on the shelves, because they like pulled a full-on scam. They knew better. They knew what they were doing. Back then, they took advantage of like growers that weren't as educated as we are now about things. But I think the company and the chemist and the people behind it, oh, they knew exactly what they were doing. But no one paid a price, in my opinion. Or maybe they did. Maybe they got fined, or maybe there was lawsuits. I have no idea. But the company still exists.
What's the fine with all the money they made off
buy
it?
Bushmaster in different countries.
It's calculated loss.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But if that stuff really was toxic and all that, and they knew that.
Oh, they knew that. But you know how it works with fines? They just fucking pay the fine. Fuck the earth.
Yeah, well, that's
Fuck the people.
They've been doing that. That's been a way they do business for a long ass time. I mean, at this point, who knows? Because we didn't know any better at that time, right? So we had, I imagine there's products on in the market right now that's bullshit. You know, if we only knew, I think less of it, because like, oh, there's labs and there's
So much more testing now.
oversight, there's more understanding. Like even that paclobutazol thing.
Well, more.
Yeah, that was basically Oregon that like proved it out, like bought it off the shelf, had it tested. Like
Oregon's always the state that's ahead of that shit.
The issue, and then it got it pulled off the shelf there, but then it had cascading effects. They pulled it off the shelf in California, but you used to. There were a couple years. Oh, you could order it online as long as it was sent to like Arizona address or like. So I imagine that product is still even available if you really wanted it.
Dude, I saw Eagle 20 on the shelf at a fucking store the other day.
Well, I mean, Avid's Avid. I mean, that's a pesticide, and yeah.
At a pot shop, at a grow shop.
Well, when that stuff first came around, the grow shops would sell you little vials for $20, like enough to make like 1 gallon. Avid, and this was like in 2000s. I had been had a battle with spider mites that was never ending for years back then. And I remember making 1 gallon sprayer and not sprayed my flowering. I already knew that by that point it was too late. No, but I sprayed thoroughly my whole bed with that stuff 1 time. And then I went like, I don't know, like these 10 years, I never saw a mite ever again. Right. And then the way I looked at it then, I researched it because there's the Department of Ag has a website and shit where they list all the pesticides. And there's two columns, what they call control and then the other one's eradicate or eradication.
Everything's in the control.
Yeah, like 99.9% of everything's in control, which that's not saying any of those are like one thing is some of those might not be so toxic, but if you use them repeatedly for decades, because all they are controls. So my logic back then, even before all this real information came out of how bad this stuff was, which of course then I never used it again, but at the time was like, well, if you only have to use it once and veg and it, grows out and all that, but now they tell you that, oh, even the clones you took off of those and it could take generations for it to not have traces of it in the plant. So I mean, yeah, we didn't know any of that, but I know that it worked. Eradicated them. That was it. That party was over. At the time, like, yeah, that's all you fucking, if you were fighting spider mites for a while using neem and this product and that, all these control products, you learn that, yeah, they just want you to buy more of it. Like, that's the whole idea. Even some of those control products, I think they make them at a strength or like suggested strength that isn't effective either, because they don't want it to be effective. They want you to use up that bottle and then have to buy another bottle and another bottle and be buying Lost Coast or whatever product it is, Safer Soap, whatever it is, control
Right.
products
I'm gonna
over
get
and
out of here,
over and
guys.
over and over and over for the rest of your life.
Everyone be safe. KNC, hit me up.
Happy 420 smash.
Yeah.
Later,
Oh
Smash.
gosh.
I'm rolling up this fucking hash in the grass, fucking rosin laden, fucking Keith rolled in blunt, and then I'll probably be done myself.
Yeah. I smoked a lot today. I mean, I took a lot of like dabs. I smoked a lot of rosin. And I usually don't smoke rosin.
I usually do it all.
I usually just have like live resin, like I usually don't get the rosin, but things was I also did some mushrooms. I probably did like, I don't know. I think he does like 1.5 grams in each, and I ate 2 of them. So I hope everyone has a great night. Be safe.
Peace, Smash.
Later, Smash.
Yeah, I had to mute myself there for a while you guys were talking. I remember being at festivals and weighing up bags for people, and people be like, oh, let me grab an ounce of that. And you'd fill up a sandwich baggie and you'd hand it to them, and they'd start to walk away, and you're like, hey, I only gave you 3/4 of an ounce, bud. Or you're like,
With that homegrown, yeah.
you're 15, 16 grams light, buddy. Come on back. But yeah, even if you look at Athena today, Athena has TGRs in it. Because I looked into Athena here pretty heavily because of their IPM. And that's what I would use from Athena is their IPM.
Yeah.
Because it breaks down in those diffusers really well from what I hear.
It has like a ginger Like even the overspray, you're like, oh, this stuff it's and the plants actually like it, and it's effective as a control product. That
Shout out the
IPM
homies out west.
and it emulsifies in the water, it doesn't clog up the sprayers, and it's a good product. I, uh, you know, it's like
Especially
basically
when you can't
similar to
use the other
you know,
products.
just different mixture of I guess or herbal extracts and different things. It's like it has like a floral ginger bamboo like smell to it.
Now, how do you put yours on, Bud? Do you guys have like a fogger unit or do you use like a
We had all
backpack
that. We had a
sprayer?
speed gun thing. We had all that shit. We're back to a 2 gallon hand pump sprayer with the good one with the like bell shaped nozzle and just you know because it's easy to just yeah it is what it is. Um, yeah, spray mainly in veg, but no, they get sprayed with that IPM uh, when they first get turned back, and then maybe somewhere in the first 2 weeks, and then they don't get sprayed at all.
Yeah. Because basically your first 2 to 3 weeks up to 20, 21 days is still vegetative growth in a lot of cannabis plants.
Well, transition growth, different.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's really where like the most happens. I think it. I mean, I'm sure you could probably pull up somebody that's done all this, like time elapsed footage of plants growth, and most likely those 2 weeks, 3 weeks of the transition of flowering is when you
Stretch.
happens. Like that's really like when a lot happens as far as growth and development and at
Cheers,
least
everyone.
indoor.
Cheers, everyone in chat.
In like
Cheers.
a crop steering type of method. Like outdoor transition's different. But a lot happens during transition, even outdoors.
We
Man, is it fucking hot.
let's see what we got in chat. Yeah.
I took my air conditioner out and it went up to 102 degrees. But at least my landlady don't get my air conditioner. She's already tried coming over telling me I've sold too much of the stuff and she was going to check into that. Good thing I've got a paper from the people I bought everything from.
Yeah. Never mind. No comment.
Well, here in Thailand, if you do repairs to if you like paint a house, you can't charge the landlord for that. If there's something structural with the house, the landlord pays for it. But if it's something minor, you're expected to pay for
Look at that, guys.
And
Feast your eyes on some shish kebabs. Anyway,
Ooh.
hope you guys are yumming or having some yummy munchies today. I might have
I would
gone a
say
little
two.
overboard, but there's no such thing as too much meat, according to your mama.
Damn it, it's not working. Can't seem to reach to the screen. grab one of those delicious looking things. Where is it, Kiwi?
Shout out
Yeah.
54, still holding strong in chat. Hell yeah. What up, all you lurkers? Happy 420. Twerking and a lurking.
Cheers, everyone.
What up, Sandy Wriggler? What up, my hot dog loving terp fiend modern genetics? What up, Dankabus kind?
Sure.
Justin Bean, big win tonight. What up, Midwest? Midwest and Midwest. Caker in the cup, holding it down for the Aussie side, along with somebody in here, I'm sure. Old fashioned. I don't know if I said that. Dog pounds had that win earlier too. Jaron Swearington. Jen, what up? Happy 420.
Cheers, Agnes. Cheers, everybody.
I haven't gotten to Agnes yet. Cheers, D zombies. What up, Jack? What up, Jack Beans? South Bay Genetics. Cheers. Doctors in the house. Have
Come
no
on
fear,
up,
folks.
South Bay.
What up, Angus? Cheers. What up, Mike B? 3333.
The burp just as I
Southern
come back on the
VT.
show.
I don't even know if
What's
he's
going on,
here.
J5? Happy
What up,
420.
Fumi? There you are. Enjoying
Cheers,
some
buddy.
delicious eats, it looks like, huh?
Heck yeah, we're waiting on the potatoes right now. So
Cheers, dude.
I
Happy
thought to
420.
myself, potato time might be giveaway time. You guys want to run another giveaway? I see Smash is not here anymore, so I guess I can go look up the duck race shinamadig. Holy shit, I have a lot of freaking windows open. Boys and girls, say
old
something in the
school?
chat. We'll give I don't know, a couple 3 minutes or whatever. Duck race. Oh wait, no, I had to do it on my freaking Internet Explorer or whatever it's called. Whatever the ball edge. Edge.
Dude, it's so funny.
Edge,
Dr. Leave Me Alone just said it's 37, Southern Vermont. I thought he was saying what up to Southern VT. So I'm all, what up, Southern Vermont? Vintage. He's not even in there. It was Doctor giving the weather report.
Great.
Okay, Doc. I see your 73 with a 93. We're supposed to be 104 today with air quality of 200, which means wear your mask. It's supposed to be 104 for the next week. A good air quality number, like back in the States, even like Cleveland, is like in the 20s and 30s. Even LA gets up to like 70, 80.
Oh, shit.
But,
You're at 200?
We're at 200, yeah.
Your mom is at 200.
That's why a lot of people up here have lung conditions.
I would assume so. What up, Hank Derbs?
There's no EPA around this part of the world, so, it's pretty much do as you please.
Ladies and gerbils, I grabbed gaffer tape. No, I grabbed gaffer tape and surf grape. We're good to go. Surf grape is, I was talking about grape pie earlier. This is grape pie to the Coot Special number 3. So I grew out a surf grape in the garagio behind me. It was pretty fucking nice, I have to be honest. Didn't pop it out of too many seeds, so I didn't do a selection or anything. You might think, oh, sure, Fumi, you probably picked it out of 40 seeds. Nope, not at all. I picked it out of 2, 3, 4 seeds. I don't remember how many popped. I wish I remember how many I popped, but you guys don't know that I went through all kinds of fucking crazy shit the last few months, you can know now. I don't have the notes. They're in storage or somewhere. I don't even remember. But basically, I only popped a handful of seeds of the surf grape. I think a couple of them were boys, and one of the girls I planted in the garage, and it turned out super fucking aces. I finally measured it. It was 6 foot 3.5, basically tall. Definitely taller than me. Some of you folks, I'm sure, are probably taller than that, but it was definitely taller than me. Uh, if I had realized basically it was going to be such a banger of a plant, I would have put it in a better location because it was in freaking Egypt, basically, for the lights. Still turned out really nice. So I haven't smoked it yet, but it smells really, really nice. Lemony, piney, cleanery with that grape on the back end. I'm sure some of the phenotypes are going to be super dominant on the grape. I was saying that extra maybe week basically really paid off. I was thinking about chopping the whole garden basically about a week before, and I just ended up giving it a little bit longer. Especially that grape pie shone through that last 8 days or so. Basically, until then, I thought, oh, this is really just basically the father's daughter, pretty much. Really reminded me a lot of the Coot Special from aroma, from structure, everything kind of torpedo structure. If you look on the website, fumidoro.com, of course, you'll see basically a bunch of that mom, essentially, well, the aunt, essentially, because I didn't have a lot of pictures of the dad. My apologies. I do have pictures of the dad, but I don't know where the fuck they are. They're just literally lost in my hard drive somewhere. Um, anyway, long story short, 70-day cross. Literally, you can chop it down at about 70 days. People are always really nervous when they hear about sativas and stuff, Thais and Kerala is very South India, almost the very tip of India, essentially. So you're right to be a little bit paranoid, but in this case, don't worry. I've grown out plenty of these already. Plenty of my customers have grown out plenty of them. They're definitely essentially about 67 to 70-day cross. You're not going to really have to go even 72 days. You might go, but you really don't have to go much longer than that. So anyway, surf grape, grape pie to Coot Special number 3. It was, yeah. I guess there was also that number 1. Anyway, I guess I'll pull the names in a minute or so. Yeah, we'll call it about a minute-ish. So say something in the chat, ladies and germs. Cheers, Stingman. And good weed too. 70 days for a really, really good high. I'd say it's a good compromise. Of course, your garden may be different. Maybe you really need 48-day crosses. If you need something shorter, I'll give away some. I'll probably give away some sour work on a little bit later. What else? I might. We'll see what I have basically packed up because I don't have time really to pack anything up. But yeah, we'll give away some shorter crosses later, but these are basically these 70-day crosses. So for example, if you know that you can't grow a 70-day cross anytime in the near future, just tell me in the chat, like, oh, if you maybe give my seeds to somebody else, maybe I can give you something else. Or for what it's worth, if you win and you decide that you really can't get those seeds, decide tonight, because I'm gonna have to send all of these on Monday. But if you really can't grow a 70-day cross, let me know, and maybe I can do something about it. South Bay Genetics is in the house. Cheers, good to see you, buddy. Who else in the chat here? Mike's in the house. What's going on, Mike? Long time no see. Good to see Stangman hanging. Hillbilly Herb's hanging with us. It's been about a minute. So let's do it to it, ladies and germs.
And anybody I missed in chat, I love you the most.
Gosh, good odds. There's not a lot of people in the participants list. Holy cannoli.
I got on it.
That's what she said.
Yep. You know it.
Hank Derbs. That's a good name.
Oh, I've been on the wrong side of this thing the whole time.
All righty then. Set.
Top
We're going to
chat.
do 2 minutes and 42 seconds. Boom. Is that 2
Camera
seconds
one,
and
camera
42 minutes, or is that 2? Okay, yeah, because one time I did it for 2 hours. All right, here we go. Share screen. Include sound, though. Wait, does it?
That would be
Oh.
kind of fun to do, just set in the background and let it go.
Just wait. It's a couple hours. Fuck, we can do a giveaway for an hour or something if you guys want.
Just go
Just
on
the
with the
world's
show, and
slowest
then all of a sudden
fucking
you get
duck race.
surprised
That's
by
fine
like,
with me.
oh,
We could the next duck race if you want. We could just do it for an hour because I got to eat and stuff anyway. We could totally do that. Share screen. There we go. All right. Good luck, everybody.
they're like 42 minutes.
All righty. Start your engines. Start your ducks, ladies and germs. I guess there's no convenient time to do it, so I'm just going to do it. Good luck.
Quack quack. Oh, buddy. I'm sorry, bro. You got the
If you want to run
Inspector Duck.
the
you don't
another
want
one, I
that.
found a pack from Evermore Genetics. My buddy Joe. It's his Sure Pops. He made Otter Pops, so I imagine
Oh, that sounds good.
this is sherbet tossed into pops, and it
Damn.
says regs, and I think it's like a vial. Oh, it's a lot of seeds, like way more
Baller.
than 10.
That's worthy of that 1 hour giveaway, Bud. I don't know if you were just there, but we were just talking about how fun it would be to just leave one of these duck races going for like an hour. Do you want to do that, or do you want to,
About an hour, maybe.
or
Maybe
20 minutes or something? What do you guys want to do? Say in the chat what you want to do. Give us some ideas.
I'm naked, bro.
Yeah, making go
Are
to
you?
the
Oh,
next
there's a
one.
few naked ducks. Look at that. Well,
Aerodynamic. Look at them just
Cake in a
flicking
Cup was
through that
saying that
water.
was his secret. That was his secret for streamlining. He was like, you know,
Ah.
the hydrodynamics are a little bit better. Probably the aerodynamics as well. Look how much that duck is above the water surface. So, and of course, below the water surface, there's that frenzy of activity with all the flap. I wonder if they're cutting each other as they're passing each other. They might be playing dirty under the water there.
I gotta say, Buddy Kilowatt, sorry, but this is the one time in my can of history I'm rooting against you. I can't root for the cop duck.
Oh, I can't. I don't see it. Let me see.
You're the cop duck.
Whack.
Oh, I'm
You
in
don't
it?
want to win. You don't want him to win either.
That'd be funny, martial artist, 4 hours and 20 minutes. And everyone just comes back like the next day and the ducks are still running.
I'm the cop duck. I don't wanna win
Yeah,
either.
they gave you the cop duck, dude.
Yeah, no, I don't want to win either. If I'm the
Well, but it's an English inspector. Maybe they're nicer.
what do they call those guys? They have a name.
Oh,
Bobby.
shit, no, I can't remember. Bobbies. There you go.
Bobby, yeah.
Your,
And they
your
don't carry guns and shit. They
quality,
just carry a
Billy
baton.
clubs.
Yeah.
your
I mean, a baton will
quality
thump you.
control, your
Cake.
quality control.
Oh man, I saved the story to talk about. It was the weirdest
Caker.
shit on Reddit. Apparently, okay, I'll talk about it later. Who's gonna win? Oh shit, is it gonna be freaking Salton Sea Seeds? Holy
Who we
cow,
got? Who
you
we
lucky
got?
green fingers.
Oh,
God damn.
No,
Salton Sea Seeds.
Nice win.
Congratulations.
That was a fun race
I got-
there.
I
Yeah.
got a
Wait, how do I
14
stop it from
second
recording
lag.
now? There we go. All right. Oh, are you that far behind? All right, I gotta write that
Yeah.
down before I forget. So Salton Sea green fingers, in other words, is
Bring motherfucking bring this, y'all.
All right.
surf grape.
Winner, chicken dinner. Winner, duck dinner.
Oh, you'll like this one too. I don't know if you have time to plan it, but
Yeah.
you'll like this one, green fingers. Surf grape, green fingers.
Quack, quack.
Boom. Send me your Addy, green fingers. I feel like you've emailed me before, so just email me again, fumidor@chronictable.com or Discord. I think you're on there. What else? I think we're fun on. I think we've DM'd on Instagram too. So if nothing else fails, or if all else fails, try that too.
All right.
All right. Let's go straight to this one before we forget. Sure.
Let's do it.
Pop.
How long do you want it to be? Do you want it to be? Who did anyone say in the chat? Or no? What's
Same.
that? What's that, bud?
Just a couple minutes. I
Oh,
guess.
okay.
We don't want to like lose anybody, fall asleep.
Fall it out.
That's true.
Now,
Fucking
give me enough
roll
time
in the
to,
meantime.
to go through my 10 accounts to
What?
join.
That's it.
Right.
Captain Major Admiral 420
Yeah, that's
Wade.
where the Jesus
Oh,
would take
Definitely
over.
don't
Rear
wanna have
Admiral,
lead.
maybe.
Can you imagine like an hour-long race and you're in the lead like most of the time?
That'd be heartbreaking.
In the last 15 seconds, a guy comes up from like 10th and wins.
That'd be heartbreaking.
Yeah.
This is US only.
Congrats,
I know
though,
if
Green
I'm out in
Fingers.
front.
What was that?
So I guess I didn't say anything. It's almost exactly 10 right now on the West Coast. Boom, 10 o'clock. Let's just say random shit in the chat, and whoever is the participant at 10:02, I'll pull the numbers. So you got almost two minutes.
Ooh. Fun day.
Yeah, did you do anything
What was
special, J5?
Just
I didn't even eat.
I mean, that's pretty
absolutely
special.
nothing. Oh, I could show you guys seeds. I popped
Yeah,
a bunch of.
that's always
I
fun.
got like 70
Oh, I
little
was
babies.
thinking about it. Oh, fuck, it's already 10 o'clock. God damn, I don't know if I'll get have time tonight. Anyway, I was gonna drop some seeds tonight. I was like, oh, it's always fun to talk about dropping seeds. Maybe I'll
I'm
talk about it in
down.
an hour or something after I come
I
come
can
back from
show
dinner.
you a tray too here in a minute.
Sweet, do it.
Bunch of little babies. I pretty much, dude. The only ones that died were the ones that popped the heads off trying to get the fucking helmet off.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah.
Helmet. Damn.
Yeah,
I
I
find that
got.
if you're really gentle and you wash your hands, if you don't wash your hands, they
Oh,
they
I wear
almost always
gloves and all
catch
that.
something from your hands. But if you wash your hands just with soap and water, and you're just really gentle, I spray them first, basically. So there's first of all probably a little bit
Yeah.
of water. I guess it probably helps lubricate the seed or the seed shell, and then I'm just really gentle. I just kind of work back and forth, basically, and things pop off.
Yeah.
I have pretty good odds when I do it that way. I
That's
remember,
what she
You can
said.
you
right.
can spray them off
I,
sometimes just with
well,
water
years ago,
alone.
people always used to say, "Oh, never touch the seed shell, just leave it." But sometimes the seed shells don't pop off for whatever stupid reason. You'll lose half the freaking seeds just because of that, right?
No.
Like, why would you do that? So I basically just massaged off if it has to. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's what
killed
she
a
said.
couple, but I helped over a dozen. I peeled
Right?
over a dozen
Yeah,
of them off.
yeah. That's it. That's better than nothing.
Yeah, I killed a
Mhm.
couple trying to help them along because I'm just well, if I get glasses and have a like really patience and do it proper, but a couple times I'm just stick
Here's
my hand in
Moscato.
there and go doink. All of a sudden, I broke the whole top off of it, and oh well.
Yeah, yeah. Couple. They can't all make it. I figure.
No casualties.
And like you said, Fumi, with the water bottle, a lot of times you can just spray it off too. Like that's all it takes.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
Well, and there's also times if you leave it on, then it, the leaf, the
There's
first
Susie.
set of leaves will be deformed because of it, or like put the plant into like a stunted type of growth just because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen that happen too. Because yeah, I try not to touch them most of the time. Plant's pretty good at doing it its own. Sometimes just patience is the best thing.
Dude, having this camera on this other side is kind of. Now where'd I go? Shit.
There we go. And this is again for vial filled with seeds from Bud Kilowatt. What was it again? It was
What?
Sure
Good luck,
Pop.
everyone.
His sure pops,
Nice.
which like
Shit, I don't know if I entered. Whatever.
I haven't grown it, but
Hold on a sec, J5.
called Otter Pop or something like that. That he's crossed into a bunch of stuff, and from what I know, people have like Otter Pop is good.
It sounds nice.
Strong
Ladies and
one.
gerbils, don't forget, if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. It's always helpful, especially if you are trying to win a pack of seeds. Might as well just subscribe. And good luck, everyone.
Shaker. Holding that bottom rail down. Good position.
Like he
Midwest
was saying
Outlaw.
earlier, he's streamlined. Unlike
There
Mike
you
B
go.
is going
Ease
for
that
that
pace back,
aerodynamic
buddy. There
costume.
you
He's
go.
hoping that really helps with the hydrofoil. Who else in here? Some of these people are probably using their coasting, basically. They know their physics, as they say.
Oh, there's Marsh. What up, Marshall?
Hank Derbs is using the power of cold. Probably got some liquid nitrogen under the water there.
I'm on team martial artists.
Susie Sherlock and Stangman
On this
also
one.
very streamlined. Looks like
He's going all
Stangman put on some
natural
war
too.
paint though. So Fancy's going undercover as a dinosaur chicken or clown chicken or something. Or maybe it's a
Good
parrot
disguise.
chicken. I don't even know. The point is, it's a disguise. We don't even know who he is.
Killer.
Mr. Scott was over there doing the Rudolph impression.
Rudolph,
Hold
man,
the
it's
proper.
it's a good one. I got the Pokeballs.
See,
Don't forget
DGC
about
Jeff is no dummy. He's got the streamlined. He's pulled it all off, man. He's just doing the full Monty. He's in it to win it.
Hank
Same as
Durbs just did a
Midwest.
shot of GMO. He's gonna go now.
Yeah, these guys are all trying.
He's definitely genetically modified.
Right.
Come on, Ducky,
Jack
win.
Beanstalk with power of the berry milkshake.
Ooh,
Maybe.
Jack Beans, my man.
I want this pack.
There.
D Zombie is
D's been
masquerading
quiet.
as everybody's favorite
I'm
grandma.
surprised to see D
Don't be
make a run at
surprised
it
if
here.
he got second in the last one. Susie Sherlock pulling ahead here.
Oof,
Oh,
here we go.
no
Make
stamina.
your
Oh
move.
my
Make
God.
your move,
Perhaps next
Marsh.
race, Susie. Maybe she's saving it for the last 5 seconds. You never know. South Bay Genetics is really coming from behind. That's also what she said. Who can it be?
15-second mark. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta go.
It's anyone's
We gotta
race,
go.
people.
We gotta go.
Uh-oh. Who's that? Is that somebody's coming up from the back? Is that Stangman? Oh my goodness.
Who
The
we got?
final
Who we
5
got?
seconds. Stangman takes it away. Holy
plaid
cow,
and proper.
that was an upset. That was an absolute
Yeah.
upset. Congratulations, Stangman.
All right.
Is that a plaid duck?
DM me and then
Couldn't tell.
give me an address and I'll send them Monday, maybe latest Tuesday. They'll go out quick.
It'll be a nice pack. Congratulations, Stangman. Is that a paper mache owl?
If you want to trade 10 of those, let me know.
That was fun.
Right?
Properly lit.
You're always properly lit. Props, honestly.
Well, I just did what is it? The purple marmalade. Purple marmalade, purple flour, really doughy, really fucking dank. And I put a worm of the rosin, the hash rosin from it, in the middle of it.
Who do you
And then
email,
I-
Stangman? Good question. Do you know Bud Kilowatt? Well, Bud Kilowatt, what's the best way to contact you, actually?
Instagram under Bud Kilowatt.
Do you, Stangman has an Instagram. Do you follow Bud Kilowatt, Stang? That's the easy solution.
But I have email too. But I don't know. These Instagram, you can find me there, and I don't have to put any into public. Like if it matters, I'm not. I guess it does matter. Holy shit!
A little bit. You never know who's watching. I'm always a little apprehensive of some of the crazies. 99.999% of the audience is amazing. Stangman says no, he doesn't. Well, Stang, if you want, you could always just email me and I'll email Bud. That's easy too.
Yeah.
All I need is the address, and if we can get that to Fumi, Fumi will forward it to me, and then no problem. Thank you.
So Stang has definitely emailed me before. Email me again, fumador@chronictable.com. If you're not on the Discord, you could always join tonight. And then, of course, you could DM me there. But fumador@chronictable.com, I will definitely check all of those. And then I'll just connect with Bud Kilowatt. Congrats, Stang. I might have to go and check on that food, I think, here in a bit. So talk amongst yourselves, gentlemen.
Yeah, that was a nice pack.
Yeah, hey, I just finished planting some seeds. You guys was just talking about it too. It's coincidence. One thing I've heard, I've never really done it so much, but was to plant the seed actually upside down from like what you would normally think. So that the helmet's pointing down
off in the dirt.
It has to turn around.
100% on the side. Yeah, you want to. Yeah.
And then
you don't want to pop it straight out.
the dirt acts like something holding it to like hold the seed down while while the plant the material's going up, the plant
I should go grab that tray
plant's going
and show
up.
you what I'm talking about. Yeah, like the ones that I like, most of the ones I help, like sometimes that, and I've never used these plugs really, so I don't really know the consistency of them. So using these plugs, I didn't want to do it like that because a bunch of them got their heads stuck just right at the, couldn't
Yeah, I don't know
pull
about
it out
for
of the,
plugs.
huh?
Yeah, yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
about
yeah,
plugs, but yeah, this was
yeah,
in
yeah. I had
soil
cut
test
quite a few of them.
because then it can go through, but the soil's like trying to hold to grab it, but it's grabbing the seed shell, so it's
Yeah.
holding the seed shell down while everything else is trying to go up and
And you'll
pulls
see that
itself out.
stem, that meristem will
But
start
I don't,
coming up and curling, and once it gets that curl to it, you're like, oh yeah, it's fucking stuck, dude.
yeah,
That's what
like
I
how
help
you,
them out usually.
yeah. If it's grown too long though, I don't do that. If it's more than like a half inch, I'll just plant it straight. Right. Well, sometimes I'll do it sideways, shit like that.
Yeah, I'm
But
always using
I
different
put
shit.
drops of water on it, like with a dropper, with an eyedropper. I'll get one drop. If you do it slowly, you get like one drop, and like for maybe like a day or two, it might take. So that's how I do it. But
Like normally I would go like a 24-hour soak and then straight into dirt, into a solo cup. But I didn't have my shit together, so I bought myself a little time with these plugs. And
I do just a
so
few of different types, so I just have to do it on
like
paper
I don't if
towel.
I were to plant if I would have went
Too
straight
many
to dirt, I don't think I
cups.
would have had problems with any of these seeds, honestly. Because I'm not really super familiar with these plugs.
Yeah, I
So,
do
but
straight.
I still got like
But
70 or 68 out of 70 or something like that.
yeah, I don't do it the best way. But I get pretty good success though. But maybe they're not the healthiest. Paper towel. Sometimes the paper
Yeah,
towel is too
speaking of
wet.
which, I'm gonna pop some autos, soak some autos tonight, actually.
But I'll try to catch it before an inch long or something.
I need some spring-ish, beginning of summer pot, fresh
Okay,
pot.
J5, what
What
is that thing that's on your, like, what is that thing?
oh, that Bertha with the sugar
Really?
cube? It's a Stanley mouse, dude. So I used to have that whole collection of the grassroots Grateful Dead Stanley mouse collection.
All
It's one
right.
of the hats.
Because
I
I was like,
fucking
what
lost him.
the fuck is that thing? That's pretty bizarre. It's like super close up of like
Yep,
some bizarre.
Oh, the
off of
turtle?
one of my hats. My
I
hats. I
thought it
lost
might
that.
have been your toe. At first, I thought, oh, is that his toe?
Looks like a turtle head.
Nah, you can go check those hats out. They're pretty dope. The whole collection's dope. But I
No,
lost
that's
them in a
cool.
fucking fire. Sucks. I had pins and shit on one of them and all that shit.
I
But hey,
found my
whatever.
wings the other day.
It's just. See, yeah, we were talking about that one time. Nice, Cal. What was I saying? Yeah, I lost all that shit. It's just shit. It's just stuff, though. It's no big deal. I lost some seeds I was really upset about, though. It was like gonna be the next like that year's project and shit. Bunch of old Mean Gene shit, like the double OG, like OG Jaro, OG Jaro, Sky Cuddler, fucking Lime Pop, Lime One, F3s, my Doc Raid, Blueberry, Mango, some Casey Mango. Oh, yes.
I can send you out some TK Cushmans times TKM10.
Oh yeah, those sound nice. Is that some like um Trevor's work
Sun-grown
or
mids.
something?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, at M10, he does nice work with that.
Yeah,
Hey,
he gave me a nice selection so I can give away some of those.
it mainly was, I don't even know like, whatever happened to it. But last year there was hash, rosin, and then there was the weed, and then he gave me a bunch of seeds, and the weed had seeds. It's this strain he made called pineapple butt melon.
That's
that
funny.
I forget the whole lineage, but it makes a tasty terp in the rosin, no question. Pineapple, but melon, I guess. I don't know.
It's getting to that point where you got to use names like that. Not only
Trevor
does it
is
spell,
like
but
my
we're running out
brother
of them.
from another mother. Like it's weird. Like he's like
Yeah.
we've hung out, we met each other years ago, but then like his life story is like because when I first met him,
Opposite.
I really thought, I didn't even ask. Like I just assumed because he had the right like the vibe that he was like a deadhead. Turns out no, but his mom and dad. His mom was
Grew
like
up in a hippie
caterer,
commune.
like actually part of the the. She made catering, had a cater business for the Bay Area shows and Laguna Seca's shows and all this. And then he grew up and lived in a commune of other deadheads that were all like family deadheads from down Santa Cruz, right? Which I know that I knew of, like, but he was just a kid, you know. He didn't really become like a deadhead per se, but if you're raised in a commune by a bunch of deadheads, I guess you're a deadhead, right?
You get that vibe. You're
Yeah.
taught to live that way.
Yeah.
That's
And it
weird.
is a
Communes had a
style of
time
life.
period back then. They've kind of gone out of
And
fashion.
then like he has like the same kind of thing like he has like a certain credo of the way he like gives away like like I'm telling you, that guy gives away more than anybody I know. Like, holy crazy. Like with
He
like
didn't
not
just
like
give
with
me like
not
10
with
or
like
20
intention,
seeds.
like no, I everybody's the way they are. Most of the time, even when people give, there's like an intention or not always, but oh no, Trevor's like like higher than like this other weird level higher than that. Which some of that comes from that deadhead fucking upbringing. That's what I think.
Yeah.
It's easy to tell the real ones, though, dude. It is in this industry. I don't think it's that. I don't know.
Like, hey,
The shysters are
I
few.
actually
Like
learned
I'm
this
really down with
when I,
being
I had to
be
go
real.
to
Like, oh,
AA meetings in the 12 steps. But then this was
I'm done.
like fucking a long time ago, but then I applied it to like my whole life. There's a part in that fucking alcoholic book that
Yeah.
said, you can't keep what you don't give away. They're talking about sobriety, like that
Knowledge.
concept of like, if you're sober, you got to help another alcoholic to stay sober. That's what the context in AA was. But then,
The dude that
back, I fucked out. I was in my
the
30s
dude
when
that wrote that book
I
quit
went
quit alcohol and
rehab
acid.
and learned all that. Yeah, I've always thought of that. Like, I get, yeah, you can't keep what you don't give away,
Did you know that, buddy?
huh?
Did you know that guy was on acid? That he quit booze on acid? Bill, that wrote that book?
Bill and Bob were not involved in acid.
He was on acid. The dude that wrote that fucking book, the fucking 12 steps.
Well, he experimented with a lot of things to try to get off alcoholism. I think there's a story there, but
Read that. Yeah.
Go back to the
I'll
dates
put
and
it
they
this
don't
way.
match
I
up
mean,
with acid and the book
that
being
book
printed.
was, and those principles in the
All
book,
right.
like, like you don't have to always apply alcohol. Like that's just, that book was called Alcoholics Anonymous, but like the principles and some of the concepts and some of it's real basic shit, right? But yeah, it's enlightened stuff. Like ultimately, I never really worked no program or that didn't have any bearing on sobriety. I don't. No, I'm not sober. Fuck that. Uh, um, uh, but then I learned a lot from it. A lot of simple little. Oh, they might just be little sayings or
Life
what, but
rules.
like, they're truths. Like that are pliable. Doesn't matter. Well, you know what I mean? I guess for the alcoholic and people going through working steps and all that, all right. But like that, yeah, that stuff's applicable. A lot of people aren't hip to it, but there's good stuff in there.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it
however
seems
that
alright.
guy wrote that book or whatever. Yeah, that book did more good than like it's not like Dianetics or some other fucking scam that became like a cult or anything. Even though
There's no
Alcoholics
flaw.
Anonymous is kind of a cult, uh, and they statistically they show that they don't really have that high of a rate
They don't
of
have any.
success.
They have a much lower one than people just doing it on their own. And
Yeah, well,
it's not
like
the teachings that are wrong. It's
like
not the
part
teachings
of
that are
it.
bad.
I remember
It's the
seeing this. I
system.
remember seeing guys that like had long term, like 20, 30 years.
It's not the lessons. It's
And
the
they'd be telling
teacher,
the same
the
damn
treatment
fucking
centers,
story
the
about
for
40
profit
years
bullshit.
ago when they used to drink. And I'm thinking, well, like you haven't drank in so many years, but you're reliving it. Like you're staying stuck in this thing and acting like, oh, I'm one drink
White.
away from fucking whatever. Yeah, I don't know about all that shit. Oh, and I need all you for my own. No, like, oh, I don't have willpower. Ultimately, you do have
Yeah.
willpower, and you better use it because no one else is going to use it for you. Like, and oh, when you usually get to a point you need rehab or that kind of thing, oh, your willpower is pretty fucked up at that point. But once you get back on track, it's your
72
willpower
hours later.
that ultimately is going to keep you on track, not some fucking book and meetings and all that bullshit. And hey, my whole hang up with them all the way back was like, what? You can't smoke weed. I don't have a problem with weed. I'm not and no, you're not sober if you smoke weed. Right.
Yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
stopped
that doesn't
going.
work. Yeah.
Because
I had
ultimately,
almost
through
4 years
all
in
the
before
different
my accident.
things, from being hyperkinetic as a kid, Ritalin, and then all the drug addiction as an adult, whatever. And who knows, like what? I don't go to a psychiatrist. I've never been evaluated. I probably have every fucking thing in the book, right? Every one of those initials, right? Uh, no, weed has like been like the medicine that's made me at least function at whatever level for decade after decade after decade after decade. Anything else, even if it had some short term effect, oh well, all those things have super long term effect on your physical, your organs, and all that. As you get older, you're like, yeah, weed somehow. Yeah, I contributed to like the fact that I don't, other than having this little hernia last year, but I'm 60 some years old and see no reason to go see a doctor.
Dude, I grew up with a father that was an AODA from the time I was like 3 to like 20. That was a lot of fun, I tell you. So I witnessed that bullshit firsthand. Not whatever. Like I said, it's to each their own. Whatever helps you and whatever works for you. God bless. But
Yeah, it
I don't
works for
know.
some people.
Hey,
How about
actually,
that cult?
I realized today, like the person that I'm not really anti-doctor or anything, but it's like just the whole system is like fucked. All right. But like ultimately on almost most things, I imagine
Yeah.
some things you're not going to be able to deal with. Like you could use Google and use the resources to pretty much diagnose or uh, like you could do it yourself. And then actually, I mean, even though you don't have a doctor, so you can't write the script, oh, you can find almost anything if you put your mind to it, whether it's this way or that way. Uh, yeah, like you could probably just treat yourself. You know, use Google MD or whatever they call
Or you could
it.
go the
IA is going to get to where, oh
non-traditional
yeah,
route.
like, why have a doctor when you have this IA guy that, and then all you got to do is source the things. And that's where it's like, oh yeah, you have to be a doctor to source any of that stuff. So now you have to go see the doctor. But they
Or
shouldn't
you can
make
look
it
into
that
Eastern
way.
medicine
Like if
and
you
just
don't
do
want to
the
see a
plant
doctor, but you
equivalent.
want medicine, you should be able to get that medicine. Like why do you have to go through a middleman?
Laughing gas is what we're going to try. The pot, not the
But the strain, that's
actual
what I was gonna
tank.
say.
No.
Strain, laughing
That's in
gas.
the tank.
I'm out of
Kurdo's
here,
gonna
bud.
be your cure.
Take
Peace
it
out,
easy,
dude.
D.
Cheers, D.
Hope you have a better day
Happy
tomorrow. Peace out.
Happy 420, everybody. And just a quick side message. Well, two things. Don't forget to join us on Tuesday, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock Pacific for the Tuesday show. And also, I got a message from Schumer just now saying, stay tuned, everybody in chat. There's going to be a couple more giveaways coming out soon. When Schumer just
Brains.
brain.